Hi, I'm Max.
Hi, I'm Tal.
Hi, I'm Swestar.
Some random other person. Alfred's not here today.
We're idiots in Japanese.
Some random other person that no one's met before.
Random other person? Excuse you, I'm pretty famous if you didn't know.
Random other person.
Yes.
Do you know what this podcast is?
I think it's a podcast about Japanese cartoons.
Chinese cartoons.
Well, it's a podcast where you guys talk about anime, and I attempt to talk about anime, but really just fail and make a fool of myself.
You just say that every episode?
Like, wait.
I said something different in the other episodes.
I mean,
you go along the same lines every single episode.
As I've seen every
Are you sure
episode,
about
I can affirm that you say that every time.
Every single time.
Yeah,
it's just
dude.
like, I don't know anything about...
Wait, somebody listens to this show?
Yes.
But like, stop denying your weebness, my dude, of course.
And now he's on the show. So our audience has decreased to people who are exclusively on the show.
Yeah. Look, stop.
Good job.
Like, yeah, you bullshit, you don't know anything about anime. You've seen at least two.
At least two, yeah.
At least two. Both of which are Pokemon.
Yeah.
We finally reached 2 subscribers!
Guys!
We finally reached 2 episodes of Baka-Baka.
We can finally feed the children.
This is episode 4 of Baka-Baka, and I think we're gonna start doing this monthly if we can. Like, maybe like the first of each month or something.
That would be cool. I'll sure watch this episode too, as I've done with every other one.
Yes. I'm sure you've listened to every single other episode.
Of course I have.
Probably not.
All the way through?
No!
Yeah, I remember
In one
I
sitting?
remember that one time when you talked about anime that doesn't exist. That was the fun part.
You mean Build-a-Baka?
That's every episode.
Yeah, I know, right? I know.
It's great. So here's the lineup for today. We're gonna start off a show talking about seasonal anime. We're not doing Mistakes Have Been Made, because none of us have made any mistakes.
We're perfect.
I never make mistakes.
And then we're gonna go into older stuff you should watch for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, right after the halfway point, we'll do the question of the day, Build-a-Baka, and the wild card segment, as is per usual for the second half of the show. It's not really a show, is it? It's more of a listen,
Yeah.
or a hear. What would you call it?
I don't know.
Fucking podcast.
It's a podcast.
Well,
it's like, okay.
Okay, you could say that, but like...
You listen to it. Of course it's a listen. Take a listen. Come on.
We're gonna listen you that... Well, no, because it's like, show is like, I'm showing you this thing.
We're not showing anything. You
Versus,
can't
like,
see us.
listen is like, you're listening. Yeah. Well, maybe you can see us in your mind.
I hope they imagine us as, the men
Just
we are.
imagine 3 pasty white nerds.
I'm not white. Max is definitely not white. Well,
Fuck you, I'm white.
you don't look
It's
white.
mostly white.
I don't look white, but I am very white.
You don't.
I assure you, I am very white.
Dude.
Straight white
Unless I'm
man.
adopted, in which case I may not be white.
Yeah.
But
How do you know?
my
How do you
parents
know?
are pretty pasty. My
Maybe-
parents are pretty white.
I'm only half white.
Maybe just like... Maybe there's some family drama you haven't heard about.
Oh yeah, I did the Punnett Square the other day, and I'm pretty sure I'm adopted. Or an
Yeah.
illegitimate child, one of the two.
Yeah, dude. There's some fucking deep-rooted secrets in your family. You'll find out
Alright,
soon.
should we get into seasonal anime?
Yeah!
Who wants to start?
What you mean, what show, or...
Who wants to pitch their show? Pitch. Who wants to
Pitch.
talk about their shit first? Who wants to introduce the first? I guess I'll go. Uma
Yeah.
Musume exists. Uma Musume is based on a mobile game that's supposed to be coming out this year. It's
Oh, yeah.
like Horse Girl
Horse
Idols.
Girls!
And no one was expecting it to be all that good because it's based on a freaking mobile game. It's like an
Yeah.
ad, basically. Except that it's great. And
It's the My Little Pony of anime.
Yeah.
no, shut up.
It's the same thing.
shut up.
Hybrid
It's the
pony.
same thing.
It's not the same thing.
Because they're horses.
Not like we would know anything about that. It's... I don't...
It's horse
Everyone-
racing the anime, but the horses are cute anime girls with horse tails.
It's not furry if there's no fur, guys.
God, the tails are...
There's fur on their tails.
That's not fur.
Yeah.
Then what is it?
What is
Hair.
what is
That's
okay,
hair.
That's what fur is.
Fur is hair.
It's actually a different thing. Don't ask why I know this.
Why the fuck do you know that?
Why do you know
I said
this?
not to ask.
But everyone's asking now. Like,
Well, too bad.
I've gotten 20 tweets like from when you said it, asking about
But this
how do you know
isn't.
that?
This isn't live.
How do you know I'm not live streaming it?
Why are you live streaming this?
Because I want to just like just the next step.
Okay, you're not live streaming
Please
this. I know
don't
you're not.
live stream this.
We asked you not to, and then you did it anyway.
Yeah. Yes, that's
This kind of thing, it's weird because like this is sort like I feel like from an outsider's perspective, they might group this in with something like South Pole, where it's like, oh, this group of characters has really high ambitions, and they're gonna go do that thing. But it's like
it's not. No, Mac, it's not as good.
or
as
like
South
Love Live, where it's personally I like it a lot more than South Pole.
Pole. Because
But
how dare you?
it's a completely. And there's a reason I don't really like South Pole or Love Live or those two shows. I kind of group those shows together, which is kind of bizarre because like from the outside they don't look anything alike, but like tonally they're so similar that I just kind of group them together.
It's because you're cynical, Max. You're supposed to take in
Well,
the.
no, because I just don't like the tone that those two shows have. It's like really overly energetic.
I know.
But like this show, it has its energetic moments, but it's not constant energy all the time. There's a lot of like. Just like calming down after races and shit. That's
Calm your
like
tits.
There's a lot of calming tits. There's a lot of tit calming in this
These tits are
show.
very calming.
I don't know, Max. I usually agree with you, but this time I'm gonna have to say no.
You're going to have to say no. Yeah, I mean, I know you like South Pole a lot. It was your anime of the season last season,
dude,
wasn't it?
Made me cry, and that doesn't happen.
I didn't. I still haven't finished South Pole because I was caught up with other shit, and it's. Sorry. I don't feel bad. Yeah, it's just like, from the outsider's perspective, you might group this in with that kind of show, but tonally, it's like a lot different. I don't know how to explain it. There's a lot of... It's just really different. It's really hard to articulate what exactly it is about the tone of South Pole or of Love Live that makes me group them together because I don't like that tone very much. Because it's not that it's, like, uplifting, because this show is pretty uplifting, and I still love this show a lot. And I love uplifting shit. It's just it's like one tiny detail about the tone of those two shows that makes me not like them. That's different in this show. And I have a hard time pinpointing what it is.
Well, I'm not quite as in love with the horse girls as you are, old friend. It's just for me, okay, it's not bad. It's better than I thought it was gonna be, but at the same time,
yeah.
For me, like one thing that I think my biggest, like I think is hopefully this gets fixed for me in the future. But like for me, a lot of the characters just don't stand out very much.
I can understand that.
They're just kind of it's kind of there.
Because at its heart, this show is still an advertisement for a mobile game with a shit ton of characters in it.
Yeah.
So they do have to show all of the characters, but it is still mostly about the main character, Special Week, and her like small friend group.
Yeah.
And it does a pretty good job of like reminding you who the characters are by using their names a lot and like putting these little labels up.
It's furry bait.
Yeah, they do have.
It's not furry bait. Shut up.
Look, this is not. He's right. He's not furry bait. This is like furry.
It's not furry bait.
This is like furry the beginnings. This is where it starts.
It's not. It's not where it starts.
It's a gateway drug.
Yeah, this is the gateway drug.
Bitch, if it started this early, if this was enough to start it, I would have been a furry a long time ago, dude.
Well, you're not quite a furry.
But I'm not. I'm not a furry.
I'm talking about dragons. That's a different story.
Dragons are not furries. That's a scaly. It's a different thing.
It's complete, Mom. It's different.
I will fully admit to being a scaly, but I am not a furry.
Luckily for you, I don't have any weird fetishes like that. I'm completely...
Oh, shut up.
You sure about that?
Completely free of fetishes.
Yeah, dude, I'm a pure
One
boy.
interesting thing about Uma Musume is that it mirrors reality, because all of these characters are named after real racehorses,
Oh
apparently.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
And all the shit that's happening in this story is like actual shit that happened IRL. So, if you're ever on Wikipedia, don't.
Yeah, that
Don't.
honestly, I have to say that I did not expect. I have to give some props for that. It's like,
You'll ruin your shit if you do on Wikipedia.
Yeah, it's
So
like, what if like you're reading like Special Week dies like in a fucking running accident?
See, this is why I'm not looking at Wikipedia for the next 3 months.
But yeah, I think for me, that I have a hard time getting over the advertisement thing. It's just like, okay, it's just hard. Maybe if I didn't know it was a mobile anime, like mobile game anime, I probably maybe would like it more.
Well,
but it's not.
Yeah, like one of the things about it is that it's not only a racing anime, but it's also an idol anime. Kind of like, I mean, that's a very small element of it, but it's still there, and it's like, I don't really see the point for that. But other than that, it's still like I was crying at the end of episode 2, just a little bit, but I was still tearing up a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I didn't understand. I was like, really? You teared up?
Well, just because personally, I've had a lot of moments like that where like winning something that you've been working on for the past 3 months or more, especially in marching band in high school, there's a lot of that. That just makes this really powerful for me because I've been in a lot of competitions over the past 4 years in marching band, so that like I know what it's like to win and lose something you've been working on for that long. So seeing her win and just like seeing that awe on her face, it's like perfectly accurate and makes me tear up.
But like, wouldn't you? Okay, but I have to ask you a question. That's like that's kind of the same feeling I got when never mind. You haven't seen the rest of the South Pole show, so you didn't see when she actually landed in fucking Antarctica.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but you can talk about it anyway. That's fine.
No, yeah,
everyone knows this show has spoilers. Sorry, guys.
No, because I was thinking about how you described working really hard for something and finally accomplishing that goal after a lot of hard work. I thought that was like the theme of the Antarctica show, you know? Never give up on your dreams and work really hard to get somewhere.
Yeah, it's not that I have a problem with. It's just like the tone of that show that I didn't really like. I don't know, that kind of tone just doesn't jive with me for some reason.
Yeah, okay, I can kind of get that, but I love that fucking overly... I find it really funny. It's just like non-stop, like joke after joke. It's just... And also, I'm immune to screaming, shouting girls. That doesn't annoy me. So,
just totally numb to.
I think maybe the thing about the tone, like the tonal difference between these two shows, is that Uma Musume takes it a little bit more seriously. Like, I don't know. It's really hard to pinpoint exactly what it is that bugs me about the tone that doesn't bug me about this tone.
Let's have Lefty talk about horse girls. What do you have to say?
Nothing. They're cute.
Waifu.
What? No insightful comments about the fucking the society and structural integrity of their hind legs.
Nah, I don't watch anime.
Why are you here?
Is it racist to assume that horse girls like carrots?
Yeah, is it?
Nah.
Is it racist to assume that horse girls like carrots? Oh yeah.
Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon?
Is it?
Is it wrong to assume there's a hot spring in a dungeon?
Have you ever realized that in order for a horse girl to have ever been born, one of their parents had to fuck a horse?
Oh my god, wait. The prophecies were true, Max.
Or maybe they explain that it's like they just kind of have the spirit of horses in them or some shit. I don't know.
But like, wait.
They exist.
Wow, there are horse fuckers everywhere.
Okay, so wait, so in this universe...
I mean, have you seen bronies?
Oh god. The term isn't brony, it's brorse.
It's brorse, dude.
It's like my favorite comic to come out of Uma Musume. I'm sorry, it's really funny. That comic is amazing.
But like, okay. But like, wait, what was I gonna say?
That's about it for Uma Musume.
Yeah. I was gonna say, fucking... Okay, it's something that pisses me off. Okay, so it's fine in this universe to fuck a horse, but in fucking Monster Musume, you can't have sex with any of them because reasons. Come on now. Come on, Monster Musume.
What are we talking about?
No, because like obviously... I don't... In the fucking Uma Musume universe, they don't... like, horse girls doesn't exclusively fuck horse girls because that doesn't work biologically. So there's gotta be like humans fucking horse girls, right?
Probably.
Yeah,
Breeding.
So if that's okay, why can't you do like Uma Musume? What's your excuse? I mean, Monster Musume. What's your excuse?
What's your excuse?
Yeah, because I've said this before. If in reality, if like fucking spider girls existed in real life, you wouldn't be able to copulate with them because you'd be too genetically different. Like you wouldn't. Yeah. It wouldn't be possible to bear a child. So those laws are silly, in my opinion. So
yeah.
Let the snake girls be free to do the things they do.
Why are we talking about Monster Musume?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Because bestiality.
Is it just because both of them have Musume in the title?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah. Let's talk about...
Alright, next show.
Let's talk about Megalobox.
Oh, fuck yes.
That's actually the next on my list, too.
Oh,
Believe it or not, that's actually the next one
can
on
we
my
talk
list.
about how awesome and fucking like how cool this show is?
This show feels
Can
like...
we talk about how incredibly well done the sound design is?
Yes. Oh
yeah,
my god.
everything about this show is so perfectly atmospheric. It feels like Rocky
Yes.
meets Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, that's like
Punch Out meets Cowboy Bebop.
no. It's
Yes,
more,
that's what it feels like.
yeah, dude.
Because this show is so fucking masterful at the atmosphere and the stakes
Yeah.
of this megalo-boxing sport that they fucking made up. And the main character is just like so cool about it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Everything is perfect.
He's so
Except
cool. That's what I was gonna say.
it's in quote-unquote HD, even though it's actually just in SD upscaled.
Yeah.
So I don't know
I think
why
that's
they
part
did...
of the style.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I do think
It's
that's
meant
part
to
of the
look
style,
like
too.
Cowboy Bebop.
That's why it looks like that kind of like older show.
Mm-hmm.
that's
Because like Rocky's like from the 80s, isn't it? And Bebop's from like the 90s, or is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
And
So it has that kind of style, like that older late 1900s style
yeah.
to it.
Wait.
But at the same time, it's like set in this futuristic time period, and it's just so surprisingly perfect for that.
Yeah, it's perfect. Oh my god, like seriously, I think the main character is honestly one of the coolest fucking badasses ever. Like Jesus
What's
Christ.
his name? Junk Dog?
He's Junk Dog, dude. I'd
Joe.
high five him. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, but like
Yeah, it's just so good. So good. Perfect. So good.
the OSC though,
Scar is a J.
dude, that's lucky.
I haven't seen episode 3 yet, but
Me neither.
the one special thing about this show is that it knows stakes. Like, it knows how to set up stakes really well.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to spoil it, but
This is
the guy's
spoilers,
coach
though.
doesn't want to send him to the big tournament.
The Megalovania.
Megalovania.
Okay. I think it's Megalomania, actually, but
Megalonia.
Megalonia, yeah.
Max, I got
Ba,
a
ba, 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 ba.
I got a report.
Max,
Max, we're losing subscribers. We're losing subscribers fast. Max, we just lost 20,000 subscribers.
Oh, would you look at that? We're in the red now. Awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It only
That's what
takes
I
one
want.
Undertale to kill a channel.
Undertale kills channels. Don't
do.
reference Undertale.
Kill a child.
Kill a channel.
It's so masterful with its stakes because the only reason the coach sends him to Megalonia is because he's basically blackmailed into doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
by the mom.
It's just so great. I could talk
Yeah.
about it for ages.
Yeah, it's
but
so,
I don't feel like we would be talking in circles if we kept going.
Yeah, let's talk
It's
about.
just definitely
Watch it.
a
Yeah, just
contender
watch
for
it.
anime of the season.
You need to watch it.
It's so
Contender
good.
for anime of the year, even.
Yeah,
Maybe
really.
anime of the year, yeah. Can we talk about how great this season is compared to the last few? Like,
No,
last season
was
had
good.
like nothing that was that good.
Max,
like,
you're wrong.
I mean, other than like
last season was
Max,
good.
you're wrong. Thanks. Last season was okay. I didn't hate last season. This season is absolutely incredible. I don't even
guess.
remember what I was watching last season. This season is that much better.
Yeah.
I don't know, Max. I remember a lot of things from last season, like Eurocamp. I will never forget.
I
you.
mean, Mitsubishi Colors last season, that show was really funny, and that was my anime of the season.
Optimatic.
But my anime of the season was Mitsubishi Colors. Like, just
Oh,
like a
wait.
slice of life. If your anime of the season is a slice of life anime, that season's probably not that great.
Or you're just really into slice of life.
Or you're just really into slice of life, or you're not watching that much, or you're missing all the good stuff.
yeah,
Fall had some good stuff too. It had Girls Last Tour. It had a bunch of good shit that I
Dude,
didn't
Fall-
actually watch.
Max. Didn't Fall have? No wait, that was
I think Fall had Maiden Abyss, didn't it?
Maiden Abyss was summer.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Maiden Abyss is almost a year
No,
old
no,
next
fuck,
season.
no. Fall had fucking Hoseki no Kuni. That was a fucking amazing show.
Oh yeah, that's true. I wasn't watching that during the season, so I kind of
No.
forgot about that.
I
But,
just kind of stumbled upon it, like this is.
and also Inuyashiki was really good.
I never watched.
Fall was
that.
pretty good. I think this season's better than Fall though.
Yeah.
I think this is the best season that I've watched.
Well, maybe. I mean,
And Summer, I only watched Maiden Abyss, so
that's
I
enough.
can't really say anything about Summer.
That's enough though. You don't have to watch anything else.
It's the only anime you need in
That's
life.
the only anime. I think we watched some more stuff. I think I watched some of Aho Girl. Anyway, we talked about. If you want to hear about these past few seasons, watch the previous episodes
Yeah.
of Baka Baka. We don't need
I'm
to go
not
on
there,
about
though.
this.
So,
You're not there though. Ha.
what if I am
Perfect.
there? What if
Exactly
I'm
the plan.
What if I'm now when I'm there?
That was the plan. What if you originated from the previous episodes of Baka Baka?
Yeah.
What if you're one of the characters in one of the animes that we made?
Yeah, I'm just a fucking robot. I'm an AI.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of AI... Never, you haven't seen Steins Gate Zero yet, have you?
No!
Don't
Wait,
spoil
I'm
anything
a
for me.
fucking pure American. I'm not even American, but I'm waiting for the dub.
Well, I was gonna wait for the dub, but it's not coming out until the 30th. I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
waiting.
why. Like, when I hear the
another
word
month.
simul-dubbed, doesn't mean, we'll dub it a month later. Simul-dub means to dub it fucking in the same week. Like Boku no Hero Academia. They can fucking
Yeah.
dub it in one fucking day. Why can't you Steins
It's so
Gate?
weird hearing the Japanese voices for Steins Gate Zero after watching the English
Yeah.
dub for Steins Gate.
Steins
Like-
Gate's
Yeah.
Steins Gate's dub was
Especially
excellent.
the voice of, like, Kurisu really bugs me. Like, I don't... Like, the Japanese voice for Kurisu really bothers me. I don't know why. Because it just, like, doesn't have that same rasp that... Like, that same, like, slight rasp that she has in the English dub
Yeah.
that I'm just used to her having. Like, Okarin's voice, that's fine. Mayushi's voice, that's fine. But, like,
But like fucking
Daru's voice is, like, really deep and, like, weird.
Yeah.
Oh, la la la. He doesn't sound the same. He just sounds like a different person to
I don't
me.
know.
He sounds like a sumo wrestler in the Japanese dub. That's what it is.
But like for me, like Okarin's voice is a lot funnier in English. Like he's like you can't really connect to this fucking insane shit he's saying in
Yeah,
Japanese.
yeah. Yeah. In English, I feel like all of the voice actors have more energy
Yeah.
in English, and they just, like, they're more committed to the roles in English, in my opinion. And, I mean, I'm not saying the Japanese voices are bad, I just way prefer the English voices, because I think they provide a lot of the comic relief that's there, and a lot of the, just, like, the atmosphere of the show. And so I cannot wait to be watching the dub of Steins Gate Zero.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm not going to spoil anything about Steins Gate Zero. So far, it's really good.
I can't
Yeah.
wait for the dubs versus subs wars in the comments.
I can't wait for Steins Gate dub is better in the comments.
Yeah, it's better.
Most people agree that the Steins Gate dub is better.
Yeah.
Like, most people I've spoken to are like, yeah, the dub's better.
Man.
The one instance in which the dub is better ever.
Wait.
Other than Ghost Stories. Ghost Stories
Other than
is an
Cowboy
adventure.
Bebop.
Oh yeah, that's true. I haven't seen that yet. I still want to.
Also, fucking the Full Metal Alchemist dub is amazing.
We should just have a segment. We should have a new segment. Have you watched Cowboy Bebop yet?
I have not watched Cowboy Bebop yet.
God damn.
Next segment. That's the whole segment.
The end.
Back to
Oh.
seasonal. What do you want to talk about next?
Oh, I want to talk.
Booba
Can I
meter?
talk about Hinamatsuri?
Oh yeah, Booba-meter.
What?
Swestar, do you know what the boob meter is?
What's the booba meter?
Oh my god. Okay, so you know how like all anime has way too much titty?
Yeah.
Well, it's basically a way for us to gauge how much titty in this anime by giving it a rating from 1 to 10, where 1 means none, 10 means it's
Hentai.
Hentai. It's fucking hentai.
Yeah. Okay.
1 means
But
none.
it doesn't have
10
to just
means
be titties. It's like, any kind of sexual fan service, whatever.
1 means none. 10 means come.
Made in Abyss has like 6, but it's tasteful.
I think we gave it like a 2 or 3 back in episode 1.
I think that wasn't done to the series yet, but I still think it's not that high.
No, it's not that high, but it's good that it's
Booba
like...
meter. First, we're supposed to do this for every show, but we always forget.
Yeah.
So, Uma Musume. 2. Not very much boobs. Few boobs.
3?
That's a lot of leg, though.
There's not really. The worst it gets is like
Yeah, the
rubbing
thighs.
the
Oh.
thighs.
Yeah.
But that's still not that bad.
That's like first date stuff.
It's just kind of comic relief. Megalobox. 1. No boobs. Unless you like big buff boys, in which case, 10. All
yeah,
boobs.
Dude, but big buff boys, that's 10.
No.
Mm,
Big
that's-
buff boys. So maybe like a 5 or a 6, depending on... Well, either a 1 or like a 5, depending on who you are.
Yeah, it's a 5, dude. It's a 5.
Depending on, like, if you like big buff boys or if you just like wrestling, like, you know. What do we talk about next? We talk about Steins Gate Zero? None so far. I don't think there will be.
Yeah, it's a very...
Because it's Steins Gate. Steins Gate isn't really a boobs show.
So 1.
But Max, what about High School DxD Season 4?
Oh,
Well, that's obviously 10.
No, it isn't.
out of 10.
Best
Out of would
10
watch again.
Best anime.
Would watch. I'm not watching High School DxD, and I never will.
But think of your friend, your dear friend. You know
Think
his
of
name.
the children.
I don't want to watch
So
High
you
School
can tell
DxD.
them about how great the boobs are.
But Spork says
I don't
it swears by its life that it's good.
Well, maybe I'll throw it on my watch list and get to it by 2030. How's that?
Okay.
Perfect. It's a deal.
It's a deal. If you don't watch it by then, I legally get to kill you. It's true. You signed the contract. I get to kill you. Hisoneto Maso-tan is the next show on my list.
Oh, it's so good! It's so good!
Yes.
It's probably the most underrated show
Yes,
this season.
definitely.
Again, another AOTS contender.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Steins Gate Zero is probably going to be an AOTS contender as well. Let's just start off with all the AOTS contenders and get worse from there, slowly but surely. How's that?
Yeah, but
It
like,
goes
okay,
downhill from
let's
here.
talk about...
Okay, so
No, you go first.
Hisune Tomaso-tan, the premise is there's this girl who's like going into the Air Force in Japan, and then she finds out they've been hiding a dragon,
Wow!
and then she gets eaten by the dragon.
She gets bored as fuck.
She gets to fly the dragon, and it's the vor. It is vor. I will admit that it does contain much vor, but it
it's
feels like Studio Ghibli. It's very good.
The dragon is so cute.
It's
The
so...
dragon is cute. The main character is cute.
Okay,
Her rival is a bitch, but also likable.
he's like
Let's
amazing. I love
start.
him so much.
This show, it's animated, and it looks like if Nichijou was made by Studio Ghibli.
Yeah, look, that's what I love about it. It's so expressive. It's so expressive, even despite them not having noses.
It doesn't look like every single anime that's just been spewed out of, like, fucking A1 Pictures or some shit, you know?
No, but it's like, we got that Studio Bones animation too, so it's gonna be
Yeah,
it's
Studio
gone.
Bones.
Okay, Studio
It's
Bones.
god tier animation.
They're a bit more chibi.
It's just everything about it.
It's not god tier animation, but it looks really good.
It's what I like about it is that it's weird. It's really weird. It's odd. It's quirky. It's really charming. It's just really lovely.
It has Studio Ghibli charm.
Yeah. Like one
You know?
thing, one thing I was surprised about when you're talking about like they're talking about a lot about modern stuff. Like I never seen an ET reference in fucking anime. Like that's not really modern.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
And
Yeah.
it's like most people have switched to
The main
smartphones
character,
now.
Hisune...
Yeah.
The main character, Hisune, is... kind of, you're just like... She feels bad for, like, everything she does wrong immediately. Like, overly apologetic.
Yeah.
And that's a kind of character type I feel like needs more representation outside of, like, slice of life anime, you know?
But she also has a problem, like, keeping her mouth shut.
Yeah.
That's,
Like, she insults people a lot by accident, and that's a kind of character that
By
you don't
just always
see...
saying what she thinks.
Yeah, you don't see that kind of character a lot in, like, this type of show. You see it all the fucking time in, like, slice of life.
do you though?
But, like, it's kind of worn out in slice of life shows. But here, it's, like,
but no,
having her be like that and also be, quote, the chosen one
But yeah, but
is, like, a really unique thing that I haven't seen a lot of before.
But like, there's a big thing that's different though. In like slice of life, where everyone's friends, they're like, "Haha, you're so silly. You can't say those things." Her, it's like, "Wow, you fucking asshole." He actually takes consequences for it. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
like you can't
Speaking
just
of consequences.
you can't just fucking go and say, "You fucking idiot." These people anytime you don't do that.
Well, she doesn't do it. She isn't like that. She just kind of, like, starts running her mouth and accidentally hurting people's feelings.
It's
Like, she
really
doesn't
cute.
mean to.
Yeah,
She's not, like, insulting them, but she does say things that are insulting by accident.
Truth hurts.
there's so many fucking weird characters too. There was this one guy.
Kaisaki.
No.
Kaisaki?
No,
Oh, are you
that.
talking about the other person?
In the fucking beginning of the second episode, he's like, "Oh man, what's wrong with me? I'm not attracted to this little girl. Oh, I'm not a man." It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Who is this? That was so weird. And I like.
Oh, yeah, the guy who's, like, fitting the the uniform to her.
It's like, I'm not getting excited when I see her. What the fuck are you talking about? You
Yeah,
insane
the guy who fits her uniform in the second episode is totally a perv. Just gonna say it.
I wasn't talking about him though. Like in the beginning was this other guy.
There's another, and
Yeah.
I thought it was the same guy.
No, it wasn't. It was just like a pilot guy, and he's like, "Oh man, I don't get excited when I see this girl, but I should get excited when I see every girl." And it's like, "Oh, what's wrong with me?" It's the guy who got his bike. He's got his bike stolen.
Oh yeah, that.
I was like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's so weird."
Kaizaki, which is Hisone's rival, she's totally a horrible person and treats her like shit. Yet somehow she's still a really likable character. And I think it just goes to show how well this show is written, despite how like bizarre this shit is.
But
that you can make such a fucking bitch be likable.
But she's so bad at being she's so bad at being being a bully. She's like, haha, I'm gonna switch my food with yours.
I'm gonna bully the shit out of her. My favorite screenshot is of her saying, I'm gonna bully the shit out of her. Like, she's so over the top.
Dragons.
Like, but she fails constantly though. It's like she turns on the radio and like, now you can't sleep. But that reminds her of a home, so she sleeps better. And it turns out that she can't sleep after that.
I need to hear the rest of it to fall asleep.
Yeah, god damn it.
The score is really nice. It's really pretty. It's really like uplifting.
The fucking ED,
and it really completes that Studio Ghibli feel that it has.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know we were talking about Made in Abyss looking like Studio Ghibli, like with all the scenery, but this anime, straight up, everything about it screams, this is made by Studio Ghibli, even though it's not.
Yeah, because another thing, like, Studio Ghibli has always been fucking quirky and weird. When they do, like, Pigs in a Plane, for example. Always been, like, really fucking weird. But, like, magical weird.
The dragon turning into a plane.
Yeah.
Dragons that are planes. It's such a cool premise, and then it's vor.
Girls that are guns. Wait,
look,
that's a different
I
show.
never thought I'd say, this show contains vor, but I don't really care.
War.
This is it doesn't contain war yet. Maybe we'll find out later if North Korea has one of these things too.
Yeah,
but
it's gonna be dragon war, man. Fucking mark my words.
Anybody else have any other shows you want to talk about? Oh wait,
this show is gonna make me like vor.
I know what I want to talk about. Hinamatsuri.
Hisune to Maso-tan, Booba Meter.
Very no, they're all...
If you count vor,
4 doesn't count.
Like...
No, there's no boobs. It's a very
no boobs.
It isn't that type of.
So like a 3.
Okay. Can I talk about
3 as of episode 2? It's like a 3.
Can I talk about Hinamatsuri?
Yeah, you can talk about Hinamatsuri.
And how it's the funniest show, at least for me. Like not just in this season, one of the funniest like in a while. It's just everything about it. Firstly, everything's adorable and it makes me feel really happy, and the relationship between Nita and Hina is really genuine. But it's just like everything's really silly. Like there's this 12-year-old girl who becomes a bartender, and it just kind of goes with it, and it's like really, and she's like really good, and it's really fucking silly and absurd, and it's so funny. Like I think it's so funny. It's just.
I think at the beginning of the show, I was comparing Hina to 11 from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And slowly and surely, I've stopped making that comparison.
But it's like so wholesome. Everything about it is so wholesome. It has this atmosphere of just like this happiness around everything. Like, oh, this girl becomes homeless, but it's fine. She gets a new family, and it's just so beautiful.
And they're all homeless with her.
I know. It's not like so wholesome and like, oh, even though they're in like a shitty situation, they can make it work.
I haven't seen a lot of shit about like homeless people before in anime.
Yeah, me neither.
And maybe it exists. I mean, I'm still fairly new to anime, so it's possible that it exists, but like I haven't seen that kind of thing in anime before, or really in media in general. I don't think I've seen a lot of it. Yeah, it's really interesting to see homeless people like represented in media that they probably won't ever see.
Yeah, but like, yeah, it's definitely my top 3. I don't know if it's number 3 or number 2 yet.
Hinamatsuri is pretty good. It's not AOTS contender for me, but I still like it.
For me, it might be AOTS if they get like really emotional, because I think it's gonna have more of a story. Because I didn't expect there to be more than one alien. I thought it was just gonna be around them. Like I thought it was gonna be like Dragon Maid, but less lewd, and these kind of.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that expectation.
But it's not. But it's
so
more like
basically Dragon Maid, but worse.
It's more like I have no idea what's gonna happen now, and I really like that. I really like when I have no idea what's gonna happen. Also, ouchie.
It's a little different. It's not quite the same tonally as Dragon Maid. Dragon Maid, I think, was a little more continually silly.
But okay,
Like this is silly, but it's not like all silly all the time. I guess Dragon Maid isn't either. I don't know. It's a different tone. It just feels different.
Okay, seriously, I might just have a really big weak spot for like parenting anime because I remember seeing fucking Sweetness and Lightning.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty.
And just fucking started bawling when like he fucking like gave her food because he's such a good father and he's just so beautiful and
he's the daddy.
I want a child. I want a child like that. I want a child in general. I want to get a kid when I grow up. Man,
You are grown up.
no.
You are grown up. Since we're kind of talking about girls with magic powers, let's get all the magical girls taken out in one shot. Let's talk about Mahou Shoujo Ore next, which all three of us have been watching together.
Hey, let's let Lefty start with this one. Let's Lefty start. Lefty, you can begin.
We know how good you are at explaining things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm great at explaining things. Well, you see, when a man and a woman love each other very much,
Yes?
they create a man-woman.
What?
Like I said, I'm amazing at explaining things.
When you become a magical girl,
I just got a
you
text.
become a big buff boy.
Yeah, a big,
That's the premise.
strong boy.
And I feel like
my
it's
dad
getting
wants-
it's
Guys.
getting a little... It's funny. This show, Mahou Shoujo Ore, is funny.
My
But-
dad wants me to go out to dinner with him. I gotta leave. Bye.
Right now.
Right, this fucking instant.
What, you have to leave now?
I'm not leaving.
That was a joke.
Oh.
But I
He was
did
making-
get a text.
Did it say that? That he wanted you to eat dinner with him?
Yeah.
But wait, it's not even dinner time for you guys.
It's 5.
That's dinner time for him.
Oh.
He's 2 hours away from me.
Oh, okay.
See, the show's funny, but I feel like it's gonna get a little... It's gonna piss off some people, probably.
No,
Yeah.
no, but
Like, I don't think it's trying to
let's
make
not-
fun of trans people,
But
but...
they're not making fun of trans people, Max.
They're trying to make fun of the magical girl genre.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I feel like they're unintentionally going to piss off some people,
yeah, of
though.
course they're gonna
Like, just
intentionally
with
piss
the
off some
premise
people.
alone, it's gonna be a shitstorm, probably.
Magical buff boys.
But yeah,
Magical Big Buff Boys.
When you say definitely unintentionally, because people are really sensitive, and
I-
like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah, I mean, it's all in good fun, and I don't think it's trying to be, like, making fun of trans people or anything.
course
I think
not.
it's just, like, going to end up doing that by accident.
yeah,
It's really funny, though. Like,
it's really funny. It's not like
because you start getting this shit where, like, main characters are, like, falling in love with other characters, like, male forms
yeah.
and shit.
Wait, can I
Yeah.
can I try to explain it? So basically, this is like the two main characters are best friends, and
Oh, yeah.
And they're super gay.
the best friend's brother, like one of the girls is in love with her best friend's brother, right? But her best friend is in love with
He's a big buff
her.
boy. Not buff, but big boy.
He's a big boy, and like her friend is in love with her, like the one that had a brother is in love with the other girl. But when the one girl that's in love with the brother transforms into a big buff boy, then her brother, like her friend's brother, falls in love with her big buff boy form, and it's just like,
You've actually been keeping track of
yes, dude, of course, I'm doing
Dude,
my
it's
job.
the lore. The lore.
It's a very, it's a very deep and thought-provoking show. So
It's very deep lore.
Yeah,
Like,
very
you gotta
deep lore.
understand the lore to understand
Yeah,
Mahou
'cause, like-
Shoujo or...
because like what happened when they were kids is that they sang
Oh, yeah, I
really
never thought
loud.
about it that way.
Like what happened when they were kids, they sang really loud for very long.
And just exactly a half step out of tune to each other,
Yeah,
just to piss off exclusively the viewers.
yeah, and then
Exclusively everyone.
the boy started singing too, and that was a really long flashback.
The flashback was like half of that episode.
And singing was the half of the flashback.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, the third episode wasn't as good as the first two, but
Yeah. Can we talk about Mr. Tentacle Guy?
oh, the squirrel buff boy.
Mm.
The weird tentacle guy monster that, like, just suddenly existed for no
So-
reason. I feel like maybe fan service was going on there.
tentacle hentai,
But with big buff boys.
but with big buff boys.
Yeah.
And less hentai, maybe, a little bit.
Yeah, it's just suggestive, Max.
But still tentacle.
Yeah, definitely.
Plenty of tentacle. Plenticle.
Plenticle.
Plenticle tentacles.
Plenticle of tentacles.
So many plenticles.
And then they chop the tentacles off and they censor it behind them.
Yeah. Like Jesus
It's-
Christ.
But, like, they probably didn't need to censor it. I don't know. It's weird. Oh, also, like, don't the bad guys want to, like, steal the boy?
Yeah, they want to
That,
steal the boy.
main girl loves?
Yeah, the brother.
Like, the brother?
Yeah.
Steal him and take him to demon territory. Wherever the fuck that is. Hell, probably? I don't know.
Also, there's this one character who looks just like the main character from ReZero.
And we call him Subaru 2 Electric Subaru, because he's the sequel to Subaru from ReZero.
It's just funny.
Yeah.
He looks exactly like Subaru. It's insane. How much? It's like, he looks like a younger, thinner Subaru. Boobometer?
Well, how,
It's got big buff boys.
you got big buff boys.
If we're talking about big buff boy boobs,
What would you call big buff boy boobs?
You just call. I guess this the ab.
Boobs?
Is the abs
Breasts?
meter. Yeah. The ab.
Absometer? Introducing the new counterpart to the boobometer, the abometer. No. Let's just put it on one. Fan service for girls. Or gay people. Or
like
general people.
5?
No,
4 or
it's
5.
just you don't have to be gay to appreciate a nice buff boy.
That's true. Gay, bisexual, a girl.
You
Others.
you can still be straight and just like, hey, you
That's
know.
true. Man, what a big buff boy.
Yeah, what a big buff boy.
I'd sure love to suck his dick. It's not gay, though.
I'd sure love to suck his
Well, I
big
sure,
buff abs.
I sure love to caress those big buff boys.
Shoulders.
Anyway, yeah.
Love the shoulders.
His boy boobs. His boobs.
His boybs. My boy.
That gives me flashbacks of a writing that should not be mentioned.
Want to talk about Maho Shoujo's site, then?
I love this scene where he
Oh.
beats people with a stick.
Oh, are we still talking about Ore?
Yeah, we're done now.
Okay. Maho Shoujo's site is a shitstorm.
It's so bad. I couldn't even watch the first episode.
Let's start with the first
I haven't
episode. The
seen it.
first episode is edgy.
It's torture porn. It's just torture porn.
It's torture porn. It's basically torture of the main character. It's just
Gross.
like trying to be like overly edgy and like make you feel bad for the main character.
Wow, your life sucks.
Like, okay, she goes through bullying that ends with her like almost being cut and shit, and she
raped.
gets like domestic abuse at home, and she almost gets like raped.
Yeah.
It's, like,
All
none of
in
this
one.
is an exaggeration. This is like actual shit that went down in this episode. And
All
then
in one.
so, like, it's just them trying to make you feel bad for this main character by doing the most edgy, out there shit. And they kill a cat. They kill her cat, which is, like, the only
Yeah.
thing that she likes about this world. And they just, like, haha, we're gonna kill the cat.
Yeah! Fuck you!
Fuck you,
This sounds like the
bitch.
worst show ever.
Yeah.
It sounds like the worst show ever.
And
Thing is,
it gets
in,
worse.
in episode 2, they start introducing, like, really cool concepts. Like this fucking, like, serial killer magical girl who's, like, which is, like, totally a cool concept, who's, like, killing all the magical girls to steal their, like, magic powers and shit.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
And that totally would have been a cool concept if that was the main conflict of the series, and maybe the first episode had been revised and a bunch of shit had been cut, so that it was just, like, less edgy.
Yeah.
And if they'd cut a bunch of shit and made it so that the second episode, for the most part, was the first episode, and they didn't make it so that at the end of the episode, they kind of just... at the end of the second episode, they kind of just resolve the whole serial killer shit. It's just kind of over now. And they kind of just, like, say, we're kind of bored with this concept, so
Yeah.
I think the apocalypse is gonna happen, and
Yeah.
that's gonna be the main conflict.
Why did he throw it away? Like, what? Like,
I don't know why, like, I feel like if they just stuck to their guns with this whole, like, serial killer thing, that would have been a way cooler series. And if they had cut out all the bullshit from episode 1
Yeah.
that wasn't necessary in the slightest, and just made it a little more streamlined, they could have just made this a show about a magical girl serial killer and her trying to evade him. But instead they managed to capture her. Like, okay, so there's a scene where this serial killer first encounters the main girl, and she gets trapped in this, like, magic-proof box. So, like, attacks from the outside can't reach the inside, but you can still use magic inside or outside. You just can't cross the barrier. And you can't, like, hit it with a stick either. Like, you can't do magic or physical attacks through the box. But you can do it inside or outside. And she has her stick, which is her magical weapon. It's like a gun that can teleport people. She has this stick, inside the box. And clearly, this entire time, Asagiri, the main girl, has been, like, apprehensive in terms of wanting to use it, because the first time she used it, she ended up teleporting 2 people in front of a train and killing them, which, perfectly reasonable to feel guilty about that, because you killed 2 people. But when it comes to this thing, it's like, time is frozen and shit, but she still doesn't want to teleport this girl and end up killing her. And then the other girl who's like, do it, teleport her! Tells her to do it, and she's like, okay, and then she does it without apprehension in the slightest.
Yeah.
But I feel like it would have been a lot more in character and would have allowed this story to progress even further if she had just teleported herself. You know? Like, I feel like if she had just teleported herself out of that situation, it would have... I mean, you could have still had the serial killer plot going on for the whole episode instead of getting bored of it and bullshit. Like...
Yeah, it's shit. Like, why? I couldn't even watch the first episode completely. Like, that's...
Oh yeah, you stopped. You like stopped halfway up through.
I just can't. It's just too hard. That's like one thing that
I'm gonna keep watching this because it's a shit show, but
I was just...
and I want to see how fucking horrible it gets.
I was just...
by the end of the season.
It was just too uncomfortable for me. Like, I hated it.
Yeah.
Why did they have to kill the cat? Why? Come on. Why?
No one needed... The cat didn't need to
I was like... I saw the cat and like, oh, this cat... If they fucking kill the cat, it's just like... It's just laughing at you. Ha! Look how shitty your life.
That's where I draw the fucking line.
In blood. Cat blood.
Look how shitty your life are. Can you see this girl's a victim? Wow, she has no personality except being bullied.
Her only personality is bullied.
Yeah. That's a shitty personality. It's like an OC. It's like someone's fucking shitty, edgy deviant.
Yeah, she's like a Mary Sue.
Yeah, and then like...
The only weaknesses she has, she just like immediately gets over.
Yeah.
Just because this other bitch tells her to.
Also, she's so
perfect.
like,
okay, and then she does it like enthusiastically.
Also, she's so pure.
Like, I don't want to hurt her if I teleport her somewhere bad. And the other girl's like, you won't hurt her. Okay, teleport. Like.
Also, she's so fucking pure and perfect. And I don't want to hurt anybody, even though they're fucking psychopaths that literally want me dead.
I don't want to hurt anybody. Do it. Okay. Like, immediate. You just, like, go from, like, not wanting to do it. She tells you to do it. Okay, I'll do it. Like, there's just no in-between.
Oh.
It's so badly written, and I'm gonna keep watching it to see how bad it gets. What do you guys want to talk about next?
Caligula.
I got some more shows on here, but some of them...
Caligula.
Oh, Caligula.
Because I'm watching Caligula.
I watched the first episode of Caligula. Oh, wait, Boobometer. I'm remembering now. I'm starting to remember.
Nice.
Maho Shoujo's site is...
no boobs.
I want to say a 1.
It's a 1.
But there's no boobs, there's no fan service, because there are no fans. You know?
There's some...
You know.
There's some people that are fans.
Reminds me of somebody.
I'm a fan of it because it's just horrible and I want to see how bad it gets. Like, the only reason I wanted to watch episode 2 was because I just wanted to see how badly the fucking everyone who ever wronged her gets murdered.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's actually going to happen anymore. We wanted to talk about Caligula.
Yeah, okay, Caligula. So I was like, because I heard people say it's really good. They're like, wow, that's so cool. I was like, yeah. It's not amazing, but like weird. In the second episode, they introduced this like character. It was like this fucking Chibi.
What?
Other like Chibi Vocaloid girl. I can find a screenshot maybe.
Is it the one from the first episode? Who was
No,
like singing?
no. It's like another one. It's like she has brown hair and she's like Chibi and like fairy wing.
This thing is really confusing. Like, in the first episode, which is all that I watched because I kind of got bored of it and didn't care enough to watch another episode. In the first episode, there's just kind of like this idol chick that keeps popping up, but like, I don't know if like most of the people can't see her or some shit, or if they just like are like mind slaves to her or some shit. It's supposed to be like in this like Matrix like type thing, so like I guess all the people are fake or some shit. I really have no idea.
I can explain in a bit.
It's confusing. It's really hard to wrap your head around, and maybe that'll that'll clear up like as it goes on. Like, I'm not saying it's bad. I just don't care. You know?
I can explain.
Like, maybe if you like this kind of, like, Matrix type shit where, like, the world is, like, breaking around you, then you might dig this, but...
Oh yeah, I was gonna explain. So basically, it's this Vocaloid AI has created this alternate world, this digital world,
Yeah, it's called Mobius, isn't
and
it?
only the people that can like really relate and feel with the lyrics of the show gets dragged in, but they get dragged in without knowing. So the first episode is basically like the main character already is in the virtual world, like in
And he slowly but surely starts realizing that.
yeah.
But I don't think he comes to realization by the end of the episode yet, right?
No. In the end of episode 2, basically, like there's many main characters. The many main characters you notice like they're not basically programs, and they go out like all try to go leave town for some reason, but they realize they can't leave. And the fucking AI girl comes and says like, "Sorry, I've only created this much. You can't go out past the city." And then they basically all realize they're in a fucking virtual world. And everyone
Can't
else,
go any further.
yeah, it's DLC basically. It's EA world. You have to buy the rest of the world.
You have to buy Earth. That'll be 1 million yen.
You wanna go to the train station? Well, that's DLC.
Hydrogen molecule number 20649 DLC.
Yeah,
$1.
but like it's kind of interesting. I think because yeah, it was fucking the weird chibi characters came out of nowhere, and it's like really tonally different from everything else, and it's like really weird. It's like this really cute chibi, like silly, funny chibi character. It's kind of there.
I already mentioned this.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of got bored of it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I didn't get bored of it. I just didn't. I'm watching 14 other shows this season, so I was like, I don't really care enough to keep watching when I have other shit that I'm more interested in.
You know what happened? You know that what happened in the first episode when this guy started fighting a bunch of people and everyone started running and started fighting him?
Oh yeah.
That was the first sign. Like that basically is like he's a rogue. He already knew about the virtual world. So
when everyone starts brawling at the mere mention of Mew.
I know. Yeah.
Like every single person, like he mentions Mew like casually in a conversation to his friends, and every single person within like a 50-foot radius just like looks up at him.
Yeah,
and just starts staring blankly. It's so fucking bizarre.
I know, but that like basically he was just fighting them because he starts.
Did
fighting
you guys hear screaming in the latest Mew song? Anyway, are you going to lunch at? It's like they just completely ignore him, and I think that's like the first.
Another spoiler. It appears that the AI is not the one that's evil, and I think she's just being used.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think she just wants to perform for people. So she probably doesn't know what she's doing, or what she's doing is wrong. Because was this other woman talking to her like, "Oh, you should go out to sing some more for them. Come on, go out and sing for them." And the singing, and the singing. Wait, also one more thing. The singing activates makes them like evil and starts fighting.
Oh yeah. Boobometer?
It has some, not that much. Like
I didn't see any in the first episode. 1, 2.
yeah.
I'd give it a 1 because I only saw the first episode.
Yeah, you should continue though. It might get really interesting.
All right. We got some more stuff. We're like halfway through. Holy shit! I've gotten like halfway through my list.
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay, I'm just gonna go through a quick list of shows that I don't have a lot to say about, but they're kind of nice. First off, Last Period was. I expected this to be the first show that I would drop this season, but actually, it's pretty decent. I actually really like Last Period.
Wait, which
so
one is that?
far.
Which one is that?
It's the one. It's the one fantasy show.
Which one is that? Excuse me?
It's the one fantasy show where there's like the magic users are called periods for some reason.
Ah, wow, that sounds.
And the bad guys are called spirals.
That sounds
which I
really
wasn't expecting.
bland.
I was expecting to drop it immediately, but actually, it's really nice. I quite like it.
It's that one. It's the other one based on a fucking game.
It's a 1, definitely a 1. It feels like Pokemon, It feels like it has that kind of tone of Pokemon if it was a fantasy show.
And it has a
I guess Pokemon is a fantasy show.
And it has a 6.2 on my anime.
It's like more typical fantasy.
6.2.
Comic Girls, also pretty good.
I tried watching it. It's didn't keep.
Yeah, it's about these girls who live in like a dorm and they're all manga artists, It's nice. I'd say last period's better than it.
Wait, so Comic Girl is just new game, but with manga.
I guess. The main characters are really good. Main character's like really like insecure and shit. Well, not insecure, but she's like totally a newbie to it, and I think that's really nice. You know.
Yeah.
Boobometer maybe like a 3 or a 4. There's some, not a ton. Actually, maybe a 4 or a 5. See, Akunjo Kanojo, which is a 3-minute short. It's pretty nice. I like it.
Yeah, I'm watching 3-minute short ones, and this is the best one. The other one is has Siscon in the title.
Oh yeah, that one.
But it's not like I was expecting. It's not even that lewd. Like it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's like I sent you that one screenshot when she got like fucking flour on her face. And it
What she got on her face?
Like flour from baking, but it looked like something else. You know.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the lewdest it has
I
gotten.
don't remember seeing that screenshot.
I haven't seen. I
don't remember that screenshot at all. I don't remember it. I'll look.
But yeah,
Akunjo Kanojo is like a 1 or maybe a 2 on the booking meter. Not very high.
But what about the one with the Yuri one? The Yuri one.
Let's see. Oh, Wotaku ni koi wa musukashi.
Love is hard for otaku.
Oh yeah,
that's
that
what
one.
it means in English. In the English. I don't have a ton to say about it, but I feel like you guys do.
Kind of.
Have a little bit more to say about it.
It's.
I like it.
I like it.
I thought it was better than I thought it was going to be.
I love the characters and their little banter and gamer talk and all the video game references. And I love how they go to the bar just to play their Nintendo Switch.
I think this is the first time I've actually seen a Nintendo Switch in an anime.
I feel like I've seen one in a different anime, but I can't remember.
Oh my god.
They haven't been in a ton yet. I think this is the first time I've seen one that's like.
I think
prevalent.
it might have been Gamers.
Probably Gamers. That makes sense to see it in Gamers because it's about gamers. But
it feels like they show off the Switch so much in this anime. It almost feels like an ad for like a Switch game.
Okay, so like
surprise Wotaku game coming to Switch 2019.
And there's this one scene that I love.
Yeah.
At the end of the first episode, where the guy is like, "Why not date me? I'll help you grind for rare items in your game.
Yeah.
Whenever you want."
Why not date me? I'll help you grind.
That's a great reason to date someone.
Dude, yeah, I'll help you grind the Monster Hunter. I was gonna say, so...
Great date, 8 out of 8.
I looked up the show on my anime list, and there was like 3 pictures, like one picture, like I guess these are the couple pictures. There was one like with the 2 main characters. There was one with the fucking green-haired like office, which I think is the boss. And like...
I don't think she's the boss. I think she's just a coworker.
And the fucking other guy, I'm gonna send Lefty. And the last picture was this. So I think it's gonna get pretty gay soon.
We'll see.
What the...
Boobometer?
That's adorable though. It has some boobs.
I don't recognize these characters at all. Boobometer like...
Little boobs.
4 or 5?
Maybe a 4 or 5. 4.
Yeah, 4.
4. I'll say 4. There's some boobs. A little bit of boobs.
Yeah, there's some boobs.
A little bit of boob.
A little bit of booby. But let's. I want to talk about another short show that.
Is it Uchu Senkan Tiramisu?
Please speak.
No, it's not that. It's not that one. It's Tachiban.
Damn it.
It's Tachibanakan. Tachibanakan Triangle.
Oh yeah, I watched that one. I don't remember anything at all.
I was gonna watch that one, and then I realized watching 18 shows in one season wasn't a good idea.
Also,
Max,
it's an ecchi.
It's an ecchi.
Yeah.
It has a lot of booby. And it's gay.
Hyper gay?
I believe the term is lesbian.
It's triple lesbian. It's triple lesbian.
Well, it's a triangle, so it would
Person
be
above septuple lesbian.
Yeah, it's trash. It's absolute trash.
It is. Yeah.
I don't even like Yuri that much.
Why did you watch it?
I don't know.
Sounded interesting.
Wait, but Yuri's best girl.
Is it Yuri on Ice?
Dude. I remember.
Did you listen to that moment?
I actually started what moment?
In the fall episode, we were talking about.
Oh yeah, I totally watched that episode, along with every other one.
Yeah. Are you being serious or sarcastic?
Well, that's for you to decide. No, I haven't watched any of them. I'm sorry, Max.
God, you suck.
No.
I'm gonna
well,
punch you in the.
Yeah, fight
Normie.
me.
Boobometer 4 is what we agreed on. Yeah. And then-
Tachibana Triangle
It's a 9.
7 or 8.
Yeah.
9
Or
and
9,
10 are
or-
reserved for when they actually show nips.
9 and 10. Well, 10 is like fucking hardcore hentai, like weird shit.
Well, and you would know.
And then
about
9
that.
is just like vanilla hentai.
Then I guess High School DxD might be 9.
Is high school DxD a hentai?
No, they show nips though.
Well, it's very,
True.
very itchy.
Uchi Sunkan Toramisu is Spaceship, the show, but it's very funny.
Is my favorite cake.
Mm-hmm.
Tiramisu.
It's so good.
Is that a cake?
The breading.
Is that a cake?
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah,
Apparently it's a cake. It's a
Yeah.
cake ship.
But-
Space cake.
but the breading though, Max, not the bread.
Brebbing. My breading! This show is so absurd. He does a
Yeah.
bunch of, like, shit that you would do on Earth in space, and you,
Yeah.
like, don't think about, like, how they would do that in space, but
Yeah.
they totally do. Like, it's so funny to see him eating, like, a fucking... What was it? The thing with the breading? Was it, like, a corn dog or something?
It's not a corn dog.
It's not a corn dog, but it looks like a corn dog, but it's like a Japanese thing. It's like fried something, right? He eats this like fried food on a stick, and he like he has like a water bottle full of sauce for it, and he like tries
Yeah.
to dip it in the water bottle, but before he realizes it's too big to dip through the top of the water bottle, he like scrapes all of the breading off by putting it in, and then it's just like, and then that's when he realizes he's in space,
Yeah.
and the breading is everywhere.
The breading.
In the air. That doesn't. It's like in the air. It's so funny. This show is great. I definitely recommend checking it out. It's like 7 minutes long, so it won't take up much of your time. Boobometer, 2, couple, maybe 3. There's a couple big buff boys, but it's not.
Yeah,
that
nice
prevalent.
ass.
All right. Lefty, do you have any?
The piano anime.
Oh,
Piano Force. I've only seen the first 2 episodes, because those are the only ones that are out. And so far, it's, like, basically exactly the same as the movie, so I would recommend just watching the movie, but maybe it gets different later on?
Maybe it gets good.
We don't know yet.
Yeah.
But I actually think you'd like it, Max, because, it's a music anime.
Yeah, I probably would.
You're
I
talking
just
about
don't watch
piano?
music anime outside of Hibike Euphonium.
Watch the original
Were
movie.
you talking about?
It's good.
What were you talking about?
The piano one.
Piano no Mori.
Oh, the Piano Forest one.
Yeah, Piano Force.
Piano no more?
Piano no more, E.
I have a story about that.
Piano no more, beer.
I actually have a
That was
story
a
about
sin.
that show. So I sat down.
Mhm.
It was morning. Put on the first episode. I watched it until the main character turned into some kind of freaky CG monster. Then I turned it off and went back to bed.
Are you sure you're not talking about Golden Kamui?
No, but like, why? Why did he turn into CG when he played piano? Is that what happens?
I
in
think because
Japan?
it's easier for them to animate that way.
Well, Your Lie in
You
April
gotta
didn't
go
do
for that, like, Coco vibes of, like, actually accurate music animation.
Yeah.
But like, it was so unexpected. I did not see it come. I was like, oh god, what happened to you?
Time to talk about Coco
I
on an
think that
anime
is
podcast.
one of the differences between the movie and the TV show.
There's a movie.
The movie, I don't think the movie had any 3D animation. Yeah, this show is based off of a movie of the same name.
Oh,
Came out a long time ago.
Piano no more?
but is the movie based on like a manga?
Probably.
Maybe the movie's based on the anime and it's just like a time loop.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah,
there's like
I think that's it. Yeah, definitely.
Boobometer?
Boomermaner like 1.
yes, no boobs.
That sounds right. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm just kind of here trying to make money.
2, because one of the main characters, his mom, is actually a prostitute.
Oh,
That's interesting. Let's talk about the one Chinese one.
oh yeah.
The one Chinese anime that exists. The Chinese cartoon.
It's
Xian Ping Jia Ting.
Isn't that what we've been talking about the whole time?
Yeah.
Chinese.
Or in English, Creatures Family Days.
Creature.
That's a name that exists.
Oh, this...
I don't know what to think about this show.
Does it have anything to do with the YouTubers, the creatures?
No.
Oh my god! You know about the creatures? You're like the first person to actually know about them or knew about them.
Yeah.
They fucking died.
I
It's
used
sad.
to play Minecraft.
It was. I remember.
Everyone used to play Minecraft.
Do you remember the Alex
Every
mural?
single person on Earth.
Yeah.
The Alex mural is amazing. Anyway.
Xianping Jioting, or I'm just gonna call it Creatures Family Days because Chinese feels really weird coming out of my mouth. Creatures Family Day. That also feels really weird coming out of my mouth because it's not English.
Wait, Max.
It sounds English, but it isn't English.
Wait, how does it feel when Chinese is coming into your mouth?
No comment. This creature, I'm gonna call it CFD, because that's the only way I can say the title of this series without feeling really fucking bizarre for saying the title. This thing is actually based off of a Chinese piece of media. A manhua, I think is what they...
A manhua.
Manhua. Well, it's like a manga, but it's from China, so they call it a manhua for some reason. I think that's what you call the ones from China. I don't know. But they made it into an anime.
Yeah.
Is it good?
It's okay.
The first
Tim likes it more than I do.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels like it's trying to say something. I don't know what it's trying to say, but it's sure it's saying something.
Trying to say some shit about Basically, this guy's parents turn all of his siblings, except for him, into like weird abominations. Like the oldest sister. I think she's the older sister. Is like a freaking spider girl. And then, like, one of his other sisters is, like, a plant girl who can only photosynthesize and can't get anything from eating. Or who doesn't need to eat and can only drink water. And then one of the chicks isn't really a monster girl, but she has psychic powers and she can read your mind. It's more of a superpower than anything. And then his older brother, can turn into a dog.
He's a good boy. So he's a very good boy.
I don't know why. And then his parents got arrested or some shit. Probably.
I don't know, I didn't.
No, but I thought the main character was like a genius. He was like really smart.
Oh yeah, so the main character, the boy who doesn't have any powers whatsoever, he just studied like a normal kid, and so he's running the family? Question mark?
No. I think it's no. Didn't you see like in the one scene he's like doing some fucking really complex calculations? I think he's just
he's really smart. He's a genius.
Like that's his power, I think.
But he's also the only one who's gone to school.
Yeah.
Also, we watched the second. They're doing so. The interesting thing about this is that the original dub is actually in Chinese, and they're simuldubbing it in Japanese. So we watched episode 2 in Chinese, and boy, oh boy, is Chinese fucking weird.
Yeah, it is a very strange language.
It is
not one of the most elegant
languages. It's just, like, really weird to listen to.
Yeah.
Because, like, things like English or Japanese, they have this, like, tonality to it, where when you say something, you can emphasize something, and it doesn't mean a completely different word. It just means that you mean something ever so slightly different, you know?
Yeah.
But if in Chinese, if you say it's something tonally different, you mean a horse instead of your mother.
Yeah.
Like, wow. But it's weird. I don't know what to feel about it. It feels like it's hard. It's hard to pinpoint what it is. Because the first episode was 14 minutes. The second one was 18. What?
The next one's going to be 22, and then 26, and then 30, and then 34, and then 38, and then 42, and then 46, and then... Yeah, the episode length is not consistent. I wonder if that's just, like, has to do with, like, how TV works in China, if that's a thing. I don't even know if they have TV in China. They probably do.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about it.
But... Or maybe it's, like, released on a streaming service, kind of like how Stranger Things doesn't care about time. Maybe this thing doesn't care about time either. Like, I don't know. It's just a really weird thing. I don't know, it's okay. This show's fine. It's just weird to watch in Chinese. I think I'm gonna stick to watching it in Japanese when I can.
Is that all? What about Legend of the Galactic Heroes?
Boob meter.
Oh.
We need boobometer first. Probably like a 1, to be honest. Not much boobs.
Yeah, it's not a lot of boobs. But Legend, as I said, Legend of the Galactic Heroes.
Galactic Heroes. I'm not watching this. Because I'm watching 14 other shows.
I don't want to say it's boring, but it's very slow and military-esque. It's like watching someone...
Have you seen the original?
No, but it's like watching someone play a grand strategy game, but you can see like what the fucking pawns are doing, and like, you know, it's kind of like.
Have you seen the original?
No, I have not seen the original.
Yeah, because I feel like that's an important thing to compare it to. I haven't seen either, so I have nothing I can really say about this. So I'm gonna keep my mouth shut, more or less. But yeah, I feel like to fully understand whether this is good, you have to compare it to the original.
Yeah.
Because, everyone says the original is like the best anime of all time. So. Not everyone, but a lot of people say that. And I'm inclined to say nothing because I haven't seen it. How is it on the boob meter, though?
No, I don't think I've seen a single woman in the show.
Like
in my life.
To clarify, do you mean in real life or in the series?
That's a loaded question, Max.
I've never seen a single woman.
No, but like in the show, I don't think there's a single. I don't think there's a single woman because I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be like military, is only for men or something like space. I don't know. Maybe there was a woman, but I didn't see it. But there was
maybe women
they
just
have
like
these
are
things.
extinct.
I think they're called woobs.
Whoops. But
I
no,
think they're
everyone.
called boos.
Everyone's wearing clothes. You don't see any skin besides face and
Hobby.
hands. So it's like a -5.
-5. So 1. Got it.
Yeah. So is that it? Is there any more shows?
Golden Kamui.
Oh yeah. I haven't
Which
seen
was, I believe the Golden Kamui was the runner-up for the Manga of the Year nomination.
No, yeah, it was runner-up. Yeah, it was runner-up.
Yeah, it was runner-up. Because My Lesbian Experience with Loneliness won.
Yeah.
Golden Kamui was the runner-up, though. And now it has an anime by Geno Studio, which did Kokoku last season, which was pretty good.
Yeah.
And the first thing you probably saw of this anime, if you didn't watch it right when it came out, was that CG bear.
Yeah. Oh
what
my
a
god.
CG bear.
Look, okay, I was hopeful with
Bad
CG.
CG.
I was like, you know what? I was finishing Oseki back in fucking December. I was like, wow, CG has advanced so far that it's actually really good and an asset that makes the show better than it could have been. And then the CG bear is like, fuck you. Fuck you in your dreams.
CG bear, I am a bear. I look like shit.
I look like someone
look out.
photoshopped a real bear into the
I'm the
fucking
CG
episode.
bear. Okay, yeah. Other than the CG bear, this show is actually pretty good. It has a lot of really interesting shit going on.
I haven't seen it.
You liked Yuru Camp? Get ready for Surviving in the Wild.
Yeah. Same thing.
This anime takes place in a really interesting time period that I don't think I've seen a lot of anime take place in before, which is like right after, or it might still be during the Russo-Japanese War,
When did that take place?
which I haven't seen a lot of representation in any media really at all.
But like what
Maybe
year?
maybe it exists.
What
but-
year did that take place in?
I think that was like right before World War One.
Oh, okay.
I
Cool.
think. I don't know. We don't really cover that kind of shit in
But like, okay.
our history classes here because we only care about the United States.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh,
Europe.
yeah. I did watch a bit of the first episode, but then I don't know, I stopped. I got distracted, and it's good to see that they threw out all realism in like the first few minutes. Yeah, I'm just a soldier, but I'm gonna run up to these like fucking like 10 people shooting me with like fucking machine guns and not die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
That's
They call him the Immortal Sugimoto, I think.
yeah.
But like that kind of thing is a little bit like, okay.
Maybe
go
like
ahead.
maybe it's not supposed to be realistic. Maybe it's supposed to be like
No, the thing is, like, the rest of it's, like, actually pretty interesting and really cool. Because, like, there's basically this, like, plot with, like, a bunch of escaped prisoners that have these tattoos on their back that are supposed to make, like, a map or something to do some treasure. And he needs to, like, get gold, or he needs to get money so he can send his friend's wife to the US to get treated for shit. Where, during this time period, medical care is really cheap in the US. That's changed. Yeah, I don't have a lot to say about this show. I think it's pretty interesting. Not anime, not quite AOTS contender, but it's still pretty decent.
yeah.
Boob meter, not very high. Probably like a 1. Oh yeah, the one, I think it's Ainu. The one Ainu girl, who's like from like a tribe,
Yeah.
like a native tribe that doesn't do technology and shit. She's really good. She's a really good character. I like her a lot. Like, she's like super amazed to see like a fucking pencil, and she's like, wow, what do you call this? It's amazing. She's really great. I love her.
Yeah, that
She's
sounds
wonderful.
cute. I should watch it tomorrow, like the 2
Yeah,
episodes.
you should.
Is that it? Are we done?
that is all that we have to talk about for seasonal anime.
Yes.
And we're 80 minutes in, so I get the feeling this episode's gonna be a little longer.
Yeah.
Maybe like 210.
Think we need a bathroom break.
Yep.
Do we need a bathroom break?
This is the first time old stuff you should watch is going to be after the break.
Yeah.
So.
And I know what I'm gonna talk about.
We'll be right back. Alright, so the next segment we're going to go into is older stuff you should watch. This is stuff that's basically like at least a year old that we have been watching recently. And then we're going to go ahead and recommend to you. Anybody have anything they want to start with?
Did I watch anything old?
I have been watching Squid Girl.
Oh, I've been wanting to watch that for a long time.
You may know it as that one anime that did this, like,
This
crossover thing with Splatoon, yeah.
Yeah.
It's about a girl who's a squid. She's just like the Inklings in Splatoon.
Not hentai!
It's not.
It's not hentai!
Max, come on now. She's a little girl. Just in the
I
process.
know.
Yeah.
Promise it's not hentai.
Yeah, she could fuck you with her hair.
Yeah.
Her hair tentacles.
She could fuck you with her hair. TM.
And
Sure.
she comes to
And
surface.
she comes...
And she comes.
Okay. That's enough. That's enough for
Like,
me.
I
You
can
go
stop
ahead.
if you want me to.
You can go ahead and... Just keep going.
No, you wanna make more jokes?
Alright, just keep going. Keep going.
No, it's fine. I can stop if you want.
You can keep going. Keep going. It's okay.
Come.
Don't
Did
stop.
I do it right?
She comes to the surface to conquer the Earth, but it turns out that she knows nothing about humans and the surface and just how big the world actually is.
Oh, big, huh?
How big? I said big and thick.
Yeah, I guess I'm that's it. I have no reason to be here.
I'm sorry.
You can carry this show. She's very kind of prideful,
Really?
where she thinks she can take on the entire human race, but she can't. But she's actually just really cute and endearing in just like how dumb she is. She
Ooh.
knows nothing, and the show is about her learning about human life and learning to live with the humans.
This sounds like Star
It's cute.
versus the Forces of Evil.
Wait,
but
so
with a
wait, so
squid.
wait. So it's Invader Squid.
It's yeah, a little. I mean, I've never seen Invader Zim.
But that sounds exactly like Invader Sim, an overzealous guy who thinks he can take on the entire human race despite knowing nothing, and he's a fucking idiot.
Japanese.
That sounds like.
Yeah, I guess it would be the Invader Zim of anime.
But he's Sim is a cute girl instead.
Dad!
Did your dad text you again?
Did your dad?
Now he's talking about a fucking Smash Bros. Turn. Okay. What was I saying? Squid
What were
Girl.
you saying?
It's a slice of life comedy, so it's right up my alley.
Yeah.
And one of the interesting things about it is that each episode is actually made up of 3 shorter episodes.
Sounds like
Like
Nichijou.
3 7-minute episodes.
Oh,
Me.
like 3 completely separate episodes.
Yeah.
So kind of like how SpongeBob is split into 2 episodes.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
And it's really cute, and you should watch it.
Awesome.
Like.
I-
Okay.
It's on the Booba meter. Since the entire show takes place on a beach, it would have to be at least a 5. So I'm gonna say a 5.
Alright.
The entire show is a beach episode.
Anything you've been watching?
Me?
Yeah.
Look, okay, fine. I haven't watching that much that isn't from like just last year, but I can talk of something that was kind of underwatched from last season, I guess. Because
What was it?
the fucking babysitting show. Did you even talk about that? The babysitting show was great.
No, we didn't talk about that. I don't
Yes.
think any of us was watching it.
Yeah, okay, the baby Gakugen Babysitters.
Oh my god.
No,
I haven't
you
seen it.
Look, okay, I was like, come on, man, this can't
It
be
might have
that
been brought
good.
up. I don't know.
But it's so cute. It's so wonderful. Like, okay, I was just smiling throughout the entire first episode because, like, God, the babies are so cute, and it's just like got a really nice atmosphere. Like, it was pretty funny too. Basically, it was these 2 girls that was in love with the main character, but they got cock blocked or vagina blocked by the baby, His little brother, because he'd rather take care of his little brother than date girls. It's like, oh shit. Because basically,
Daniel.
Because like the sad thing is, the main character's parents died in a plane accident, so he has to take care of his little brother
How tragic.
by himself. And honestly, it has some really good emotional moments that I did not expect. Like seriously,
Dead parents.
Genuinely, like seriously, that really surprised me. It's adorable.
Sorry, I'm in make fun of everything mode right now.
Oh yeah, fine. Let's make fun of it. There is this fun. Okay, one thing that completely like made me is just silent. There is this character who gets nosebleeds when he plays with the babies. And it's I was just like, I was like, what? But it's like,
I don't know if I like that.
But like, okay, yeah, that was so weird because I was like, everyone was like,
is it one of them lewd nosebleeds?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't want to think about it because I was just thinking. There's a trope in anime where like you get nosebleeds when you're being a perv. Yeah.
For some reason, which is totally not like a thing that actually could happen in real life. But
let me continue. Like the character is not even like the same age as the main character, like a high schooler. So I was like, what kind of joke is this show trying to make?
I think it's that she or he is
a guy.
horny.
I was like,
he is a horny boy.
He's like, no, I think he really likes babies. He thinks they're really cute. But no, I don't think
I'm uncomfortable with this.
Yeah.
I do not wish to talk about this any further.
I do not know because he's played off for comedy though. Like, he's played off like, funny.
Okay. It sounds really funny.
Another really strange things about the show is one of the baby's dads like comes in and like realizes there's only male babies, and he's like, I wouldn't let my daughter get taken by any of these beasts. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
There's like 3?
Yeah, he's like, and he talks like to the main. He talks like basically like the mother asked them to all to cross dress because I don't know. I think he has a problem with male babysitters because they think they're gonna take her daughter away. It's like, what? You're insane. And he talks like one of the people like if I were like 18 years younger, I would ask for your hand. Okay.
If I were 18 years younger, I would ask for your hand.
Yes.
And perhaps if she wasn't my daughter, perhaps I might be dating her.
It's like so weird. It's what? Why? I thought it was gonna be like it's a normal show, but it's like really weird too. But I kind of like that. I like when things are just fucking bizarre because I find it interesting. But yeah, that's Gakko and Babysitters.
Boobometer?
How's Babies the anime on the Boobometer?
Well,
how's Rugrats on the Boobometer?
It's not very. It's like a 2. There's some moms. The moms.
There's some breastfeeding that they show.
No, there's no breastfeeding.
Darn. No, I can't watch it.
I can only watch shows with breastfeeding.
It's just so weird.
It's a condition.
It's just so weird.
What'd you give it?
A
2?
Yeah, like a 2. Oh yeah, there was like one more thing I want to talk about, which is kind of like bad advice. It's like one of the dads like a celebrity.
Oh.
So he dresses up like as someone else, and basically he dresses up to be a stranger and hides in the fucking woods and like basically like, come here, my son, and the child just like really walks in the woods. I was like, is that a good thing to like teach or encourage? Like, it's so...
I don't know what to think of this.
It's so weird. I really liked it, though.
One show I was watching before this season started was... I was watching Steins Gate, the original Steins Gate, because Steins Gate Zero was coming out this season, and I figured, well, I should watch Steins Gate, shouldn't I? You know,
please no spoilers.
I'm not gonna spoil it, but damn is this show really intense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not, like, horrible. Like, there's some blood... But, like, it's really dramatic. Like, the tone is, like, usually pretty relaxed, or it's over-dramatic. There's, like, no in-between. And that's part of why it's so charming. And sometimes it'll be both at the same time, where, like, everyone else in the room is, like, super chill, and Mr. Main Character is, like, having fucking PTSD. And
he got really sad.
This show is really good. I mean, if you haven't seen Steins Gate, you're missing out on one of the highest rated series of all time on my anime list.
For good reason.
Legit. It's like one of the few that has almost a 10 on my anime list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it's like rated like number 3 or some shit.
Yeah.
And Steins Gate Zero is also really high. I think it's rated number 5 right now.
I think Full Metal Alchemist is number 1. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Let me actually look at the top ratings.
Oh yeah, that's not a show. I did watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, but I didn't want to talk about it because most people have seen it. It's excellent though, and the dub is very good.
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Steins Gate is rated number 5.
Full Metal Alchemist.
And
Steins Gate Zero is 3.
yeah, Steins Gate Zero is 3, and Steins Gate the original is number 5 on Mal right now.
It shouldn't be.
So
Fuck, I don't even see Cowboy Bebop. It's 27.
Yeah,
that's still pretty good.
Even Made in Abyss. I think Made in Abyss is 20. So that's pretty high too.
Yep.
Let's see what number 1 is. Death Note. Attack on Titan. Sword Art Online. Wait, what? Oh, wait. No. I'm looking for top rated, aren't I?
Yeah.
Or...
Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumi is 44. Death Note is number 50.
Okay, oh wait, sorry. Top anime. All anime. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Your Name is number 2. Steins Gate Zero is number 3. Gintama is number 4. Steins Gate is number 5. Legend of the Galactic Heroes is number 6. More Gintama.
Yeah, Gintama.
Hunter x Hunter. March Comes in Like a Lion Season 2. More Gintama.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And it goes on. Gintama is like really up there. Like
every other anime.
Sans from Undertale.
That's my favorite. Max, we're already losing enough subscribers.
Oh shit. Oh, would you look at that? Gintama! Huh!
But it's just the fans spam 10 out of 10s for Gintama. It's
I know. Gintama is... I've never seen Gintama. I've heard it's pretty good, but... I mean, if Mal is anything to go on, which it isn't...
It is though, Max. It must be.
Most of the time, Mal is pretty reliable in terms of its scores.
Gurren Lagann is 40.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Gurren Lagann.
Hey, that's pretty good. That's about all I have to say for old stuff you should watch. Steins Gate on the... I accidentally just changed my memo to say old Slatuff you should watch, so that's great. Steins Gate on the Booba meter, not very high. A 1. Yeah. Maybe a 2. Maybe a 3. 3. I'd say it's a 3. And that's, I guess, it for old stuff you should watch, unless you guys have anything else you want to say.
Nope.
Let's move on to question of the day.
What's the question of the day?
Tal, I believe you're taking care of question of the day for this episode, so
stop me if you've heard this one. Who's your waifu for lifu?
Toru.
And why?
Next question.
I don't have.
And why?
I don't have a waifu.
Next question.
Hifumi Takimoto. Next question.
Okay, Toru. For next question. Repeating the joke, the series.
Have we done Why Do We Watch Anime?
Yeah, we did that one.
Can we take something... Let's take a really weird question. Take something super embarrassing and personal. That's always a good topic starter.
Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite hentai?
What's the most embarrassing anime that you've ever watched?
That isn't that embarrassing.
You know, that's actually a really tough one for me to answer because I watch a lot of really embarrassing anime.
Like, that's...
Hentai.
I've seen...
One day, the most embarrassing anime I'll have ever watched will be Monster Musume.
Why, Max? It's not even that...
But I haven't yet.
It's not even that embarrassing. It's Monster Girls and they're just having
totally fun. Embarrassing.
No.
It's totally... Would you tell your mama? Would you tell your mama you watch Monster Musume?
It might be...
Mom, look.
Charger Girl?
Okay, one time we were looking at shit. I think we were looking on Hulu for like the first time ever. Or it might have been Amazon Prime. I think it was Hulu. Because we were looking for Modern Family on there. And they were searching and they typed MO. And above Modern Family, Monster Musume came up. And I'm like, don't say anything, don't say anything, don't say anything, don't say anything. Maybe. Like as if that would implicate me just by it being there.
I haven't seen many embarrassing stuff.
What are we doing?
Well,
question
I mean...
of the day.
What's the question of the day?
I haven't
What's
seen...
the most embarrassing anime you've ever seen? For me, it's one that I haven't seen yet.
Like, I haven't seen many embarrassing...
That's fun.
I haven't seen many embarrassing anime, but I've seen some embarrassing, that's...
Manga counts too, I guess.
No, not manga. It's more like, when it becomes too lewd.
Is it perverted?
Is it hentai?
Yeah.
Or ecchi-ichi?
It's
Hentai counts as anime.
It's hentai. Should I tell...
What is it?
I mean,
I don't remember any of the hentai I've watched.
it's more like I've seen it more than one.
Really?
Do you watch it for the plot?
Yeah. Have you ever heard of Futaboo?
No.
Oh, you haven't? Well...
No, but that sounds awesome.
Well, okay.
Explain it to us.
Well...
Explain it to us like we're 5.
So, okay, sometimes... Okay, kids, sit around, come here.
Start from the very beginning. Explain the definition of every word you use. Like you're teaching me a new language.
Okay, so...
Explain English to me in Swedish.
No. So it's about this... I think it's about this girl who goes to high school. She's having some fun. And,
It gets fucked!
And she joins this club, right? With a lot of other high school
little club.
girls.
And they call it the literature club.
No, it's not the literature club. And well, look, it seems like, at first glance, they're girls, right? But then you realize they have pretty big penises. Like, when I say pretty big, I mean one is probably bigger than... Like, the club president is this, like, more petite-looking woman.
Is the club president whoever has the biggest cock?
Yeah, but, like, it's kind of maybe taller than her.
This is like that one magic mushroom thing that I keep seeing once in a while.
Actually, no, hold on, I can send you a picture.
I do not want to see a picture.
No, you have to understand. You have to understand.
Oh, that's quite the image.
That's a cock. That's a big cock.
So, like, yeah, I've seen it,
It, like, goes up to her chest. Holy shit.
Yeah, look!
If she had boobs, she could give herself a boob job.
Yeah, so,
she could, like, lean forward slightly and suck it herself.
Yeah.
Holy shit,
I watched the plot, obviously, and the plot is so good that you have to watch it more than once.
The plot.
You have to watch it more than once.
The plot. You have to watch it more than once so you can...
And there's like 4 different parts. You can
jerk it more than once.
No, I never said that.
Jerk
Max!
it more than once.
Look, Max, okay, there's more, like 4 parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eh?
So it's, don't think less of me now, Max, after learning about that. I mean...
You were out for the past 3 sentences.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I couldn't hear you. All I could see was the green circle around your icon.
Oh, that's okay. So this is we're talking about. So, what do you have any embarrassing stuff to talk about?
The most embarrassing anime I will ever watch
Why don't you watch?
Musume.
Why don't you watch?
I don't know. I haven't watched a ton of embarrassing shit yet.
Why don't you watch the one I sent?
Incest hentai.
Dude, that's
I guess Arrow Manga Sensei, but I didn't enjoy that. I didn't finish it.
Incest hentai is
I like
good.
Arrow Manga Sensei.
Arrow Manga Sensei does not deserve to exist, in my opinion.
I think that a lot of the things that we like about Dragon Maid, Arrow Manga Sensei has. Just not as well. Like, it doesn't do it as well.
It's just worse because it's a child.
Because incest jokes.
Child and incest.
Which are apparently just way too offensive.
But like, obviously, the only reason for fucking that show to exist is to create what people might refer to as good doujins. So.
True.
Yeah.
Alright, that's the question of the day, and now time for the best segment ever to exist.
Yeah.
That ever on any podcast ever. Build-a-Baka.
Build-a-Bukake.
Build-a-Bukake.
That's really easy. You just need like 4 people.
Let's go ahead and start.
My dog won't stop fucking my cat.
Alright, let's start with my dog won't stop fucking my cat. Go for it.
Why did you write that?
When did I send that I sent that on Wednesday. My dog won't stop fucking my cat is, I mean, it's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what that is. Explain it to me.
Explain it, man.
I have no idea. I just thought the statement was funny enough to encourage a nice conversation.
Yeah. Okay.
So, like, why is the dog fucking the cat?
Why?
It thinks it's
And
a
is
dog.
the cat enjoying it?
It thinks it's a dog, and the cat also thinks it's a dog. What if the cat is a dog cosplayer?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
What if the owner dresses the cat up like a dog, and then the
Yeah.
cat refuses to let the owner take the dog uniform or the dog costume
Yeah.
off, and so the dog thinks it's another dog and starts fucking it?
Yeah. That's fucking insightful. Also,
All right,
why?
there's no way we can make this.
No.
My dog won't stop. We should move on.
Yeah.
The premise of this one is a girl is raised isolated in her bedroom with no parents, and everything she needs to survive mysteriously appears every single morning. She's completely separated from human culture and cannot speak. Like she has always lived isolated in her bedroom with no way to get out. She's never experienced culture. She doesn't have internet or any outside world connections.
How does she even know how to fucking eat?
It's she was like raised in an isolation chamber, basically.
Okay, how does she know what's food and what's not food?
Well, when she was young, she was fed by another person, but like
Oh.
she doesn't remember that.
Oh. So it's
Once
just-
she like was old enough to like eat on her own and to like pee on her own and shit,
Yeah.
and you do that shit on her own, once she was old enough to start remembering things, she was just like
Like, wait, does he know how to use?
Left alone.
Does she know how to use the toilet, or does the the thing she leaves behind just
Yeah.
disappear?
there's a toilet in the room. Yeah,
She knows how to use the toilet.
yeah, there's a toilet in there.
Okay.
So think that one episode of Mindfield, but not as
Yes.
without stimulant. Like there's shit in there that she can do, but there's no like access to culture or anything.
I mean, not being able to speak. It just sounds like it's a good idea, but you can't do anything with it because.
Sounds
no,
like
no,
it could
no.
be really cute.
No, I'm saying I'm not going for cute. I'm going for what if she like escapes though. One day when she's like 14 or some shit, she like there's a window, but she's like on the second story and she can look out the window, and people are like never there. But she can look out the window, and there's a window. But one day she decides to break the window and go outside.
Yeah. And then she breaks her legs.
Maybe it's not a window. Maybe she just
And she's immediately shanked.
maybe she maybe she like finds an air vent and like decides to crawl through it or something.
Yeah.
Like one day she figures out that she can unscrew the air vent and take it out.
Whoa.
And then she can go to this new place and explore it. And then she ends up outside in the world, and she doesn't understand what anyone is saying, or understand any of the culture that's going on. So what does she do? Like, do the people who are keeping her isolated and doing shit, and like
She immediately runs back again and hides.
She like
No, I don't think she hides, but I think she wants to like leave because she's been crammed up in there for like 14 years, and she leaves, and suddenly there's all this new shit to explore. And, like, what do the scientists who are observing her do? Like, do they pursue her? Of course they pursue her, right?
Yeah. But like,
They were
wait.
killed.
Or maybe the scientists are just like, well, that's the end of the experiment. We were waiting to see how long it would take. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, just let her go.
Or maybe...
She probably starve really fast though. She's used to having food.
Yeah, maybe they go after her and then she runs away from them.
Yeah, really fast with her big muscles she must have had for living isolated.
Yeah, she probably has some big buff muscles from
Yeah,
living
no,
isolated.
dude. Yeah, she turns into a big buff dude.
She works out.
Turns into a big buff dude.
She works. Well,
Do you
okay.
even lift?
So maybe a person, like, finds her
Yeah.
and, like, starts speaking to her and she doesn't understand anything he's saying. Can she learn to speak? Like, is that a thing that she can do at 14 years old?
Maybe.
Or is she just gonna be, like... Is she gonna, like, slowly pick up on what words mean? Or is she just gonna be, like, unable to speak forever?
Does she even have a concept of what language is?
No, she doesn't.
Yeah, but how can you know about speak?
But she realizes that... Well, she's, like, 14, though. Is she capable of realizing that like this guy is saying things to her that mean things?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Her brain is like wouldn't even have developed correctly.
I think it would have developed fine. Like,
but if you never hear
I
it,
don't
no.
think
I kind of want to try it.
That's what they sound.
I kind of want to try this experience in real life, but I might have some ethical issues.
Also, you are not a child and
No.
cannot raise yourself from scratch.
No, I want to test. No, I want to be the scientist who traps a girl in the room or a boy in the room and like observes her.
A sadist.
No, it's not a sadist. It's for science.
I see. You are motherfucker.
No, I'm not. Look, Max.
You are motherfucker.
No, sorry. I said there might be some ethical issues, but you know.
Yeah, there's ethical issues with that shit, of course.
Yeah, but like, okay, first of all, like, if it's just a child that no one wants.
That's why we're making this an anime, not a real experiment.
But like,
yeah,
you can't...
anime, where it's a fictional story.
Look, okay, you fucking, you know the fucking game For Honor where they fucking studied sword art to make it really accurate? Let's do the same thing here. You just trap a girl in a loft.
So it'll be an animated documentary.
Kind of, really. It's more like based on a true story.
Based on a true story. It's like the Stanford prison experiment, but it lasts for her whole life.
Yeah.
Kinky.
But
yeah, let's move on and not go further with this.
Maybe. I guess it would be cruel to steal someone else's baby. I guess if it was like a test tube baby, a clone, it wouldn't be that bad.
Oh, this one's a good one.
Oh yeah?
The Bachelor meets the Hunger Games. Discuss.
Wait, so it's like you kill each other?
What is The Bachelor?
So The Bachelor is a reality television show in the United States where basically there's this one single guy who's trying to get hooked up. And there are like 24 contestants, and they're all women. And they slowly but surely get whittled down to the last two women, and then he picks a girl to marry.
And it never...
For like a month.
And it never ever works
Sometimes
out.
it works out. That's not true. It works out sometimes.
Okay, like what pisses
A lot
me
of the
off-
times it doesn't.
Like
and they
what?
end up breaking up after like a year. But sometimes they do actually end up staying together and like getting married.
Like one thing
So
that kind
it's
of
not
annoying.
completely a failure. But imagine if that was the Hunger Games.
Like, whoa.
Not only do you get eliminated from the competition, but you die!
Why would anyone sign up
That's
for
it.
that? Why would anyone sign up for that?
Well, no one signs up for the real Hunger Games, do they? Well, the real fictional Hunger Games.
Yeah.
They get called on as tribute.
The
Why?
Minecraft Hunger Games.
Real Hunger Games, but it's The Bachelor, and it's a reality TV show.
It seems like the guy
And it's
is
about-
the one who's the guy who's the real winner here. He doesn't have to fucking die at all. He has no risk.
It's about this reality TV show where women are competing not only for the love of The Bachelor, but also for their lives.
Well, I guess you have to...
And maybe in the second season it can be switched around, so there's The Bachelorette and 24 dudes competing for their lives and the love of The Bachelorette.
I mean,
So, you know, there are always options.
I would give a reason behind that is because there's like not enough men. There's a like overwhelming.
Ooh!
An overwhelming.
Actually, yeah, I like that. Maybe there's not enough men
like in the world.
this world. So all the women have to compete for the
Yeah.
men to get fucked.
Yeah, they get to have baby.
Yeah. Actually, that's actually a really good idea. So,
Yeah.
this takes place in the future, probably, right?
Yeah.
Or they're like all contained in this arena. And whoever wins, one, gets to live, and two, gets the guy and gets to have a kid with him.
Yeah.
But the guy has to have a kid with him.
Yeah. He has to fuck. Like, he has to smash it.
They have to have kids. They have to reproduce. Because if they don't, what's the point, you know?
Yeah.
The government enforces this reproduction.
Yes.
Neat.
Whoa, dude.
So our main character, obviously, is going to be Cat Piss Evergreen.
Wow, what a beautiful name.
What a Cat Piss Evergreen.
What a beautiful name for a baby.
Let's name our kid Cat Piss. I'm sorry, what? I feel like maybe it's like, it has to be like already established that they do this, right? Like it can't just be like they're starting up this Bachelor Hunger Games kind of combo.
Yeah.
What if it's only in like one district of the world, of this nation, where they do this though? Like what if the other
Maybe.
districts have like other solutions to like, well, why don't we just like incentivize them with tax breaks and shit? for having kids. You know, and for like giving birth to men. If you have a boy, you get a tax break, like that kind of thing, right? Like, but like in this district, they're like, no, all the women get slaughtered.
Wow.
Or hooked up.
Yeah.
The main character is Cat Piss Evergreen, and maybe her like little. I think we're just ripping off the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Good.
Maybe her little sister was going to be in it, but she volunteered as tribute.
I can volunteer as tribute.
Ooh woo.
Ooh.
No, let's not do that.
Ooh,
What if?
What's this? I volunteer as tribute.
Ooh, what's this? I volunteer as tribute.
Okay, no. Scratch. Cat Piss Evergreen. She's out. She's gone. She's out of the cast. Out of the.
Does not exist.
She does not exist. What if the main character is a girl who's just like real horny, really wants to get the fuck?
Yeah, she wants to fucking.
You know,
fuck.
she really wants to give the suck.
Yeah, that doesn't create.
And then the blow. She just really wants it. And what if she's like really arrogant? She's like, I'm totally going to win. And then slowly over the course of the series, she realizes that she's had a shit ton of close calls, and the only reason she's still alive by the end of the series is because of luck. And by the end of the series, she realizes, I should be less arrogant and a little more careful.
That seems.
And then it gets down to like 3 people left.
Yeah.
And like the other chick is like obviously like this like really shy chick who never came out of hiding the entire game. And she's like, well, she'll be easy to kill, so I just need to defeat this other chick.
Yeah.
And then the shy chick comes out of hiding and stabs her in the back.
Yes.
Twist.
Wow, what a good twist, Max. What can you...
And then the shy chick was working in cahoots with the other chick who did the entire time. And she's like, well, we'll both work together, and then I'll sacrifice myself so that you can live.
And instead, you know how in the end of Hunger Games 1, like, we don't want to fight, right? And then they like stop the games. In this, they just fuck. The 2 last girls just fuck. And they're like, oh.
No, they don't fuck.
No, they fuck, Max. They fuck. And
no, they
like,
don't. They
really,
do not. This is not that. This
Max.
is not what show this is.
They fuck, and then they're like, oh.
Only in the dojins. Only in the dojins they can do that. They can do that in the dojins, but they can't do that in the actual series that we're going to make of this.
This is a real anime that we're going to make.
Baka Studios.
The twist is at the end the guy's gay, and it's like, oh shit, we have to start over.
No. They still have... It's like enforced reproduction. Even if he was gay, they would still make him.
Yeah.
We already have Alfred working on it behind the scenes.
But then they have gay babies, and that doesn't solve anything.
Yeah, and then they turn the frog gays with like weird water, and
yeah, exactly.
The frog's gay with weird water. Well, so what if I had something to say when I started a sentence?
Yeah, that's a good show.
Nah, that wouldn't be very good.
I had something to say. I don't remember what it was. What if threesome? No.
Well, wait.
What if the guy gets like assassinated?
Okay. And they bring in another guy.
Good point. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. The guy does not get assassinated. I have made an executive order that the guy does not get assassinated in the end of this show.
I mean, like, I didn't like the Hunger Games, and I probably wouldn't like this show either, to be honest.
I've never seen either of these shows.
Okay, can I...
The Hunger Games is not a show.
Can I just talk about one thing
It's a book series.
Can I talk about one thing from the first Hunger Game movie that pissed me off, because this is one of the most retarded things I've ever seen?
Yeah?
So Katniss is in a tree. He's up in a tree, she's trapped, and she can't get down. And these people, what do? Actually try to get her out of the tree. 2, burn the tree because they had torches. 3, do...
2?
3, do...
And letter number B.
Or 3, do absolutely...
Letter number B.
Wait. Or like 2, do they burn down the tree with the torches that they are currently carrying? Or 3, do absolutely nothing and fall asleep. And they did absolutely nothing and fell asleep. Like, you know what? We chased her in the tree. Let's take a nap. We deserve a good nap for that. And then they go asleep. And oh my god, that's like... We weren't even trying. What the fuck?
Let's come up with some cool deaths for some of these characters, huh?
Yeah.
We need to establish an environment for like. Does this just take place like inside this like dome with like actual outside shit there, or is it like more like that one show from Fall where they're like inside this place, like this metal ass building where it's just like running around hallways and shit?
No,
I didn't watch that show, but I'm pretty sure it took place inside.
It takes place in the Big Brother house.
Yeah. What? Yeah, sure, it takes place in the Big Brother house. No,
Yeah.
it needs to be big. What if it takes place in a labyrinth?
Like, okay, the really Big Brother house.
My ginormous brother.
Yeah.
What if it takes place in a labyrinth?
Like that fucking shitty movie Maze Runner.
Yeah, but with killing people.
I think people died in Maze Runner.
Did they? Probably. I'd be surprised if they didn't actually.
Shit.
No. What if it takes place in a labyrinth? Guys, come on. And what if there's like shit in the labyrinth that you can find with like weapons and shit?
Yeah.
And then maybe there's like maybe there's like a lower layer that you can fall into, and there's like trapdoors and shit. So what if someone like falls into a trapdoor, and like another person like climbs down the stairs, and then they get pushed into a lava pit and like shit?
Why is there a lava pit in a like?
I don't know. There's a lava pit. Why can't there be a lava pit?
Wait, is it a hedge maze labyrinth?
Why can't there be a lava pit?
But like, is it a
What's wrong with the lava pit? It's not a hedge maze. It's like made out of like concrete.
Oh, I thought
and like
because
stone and metal.
People say labyrinth, I think of hedge maze.
No, that's a maze. That's not a labyrinth. A labyrinth is made of like stone and shit.
Okay.
Aren't they the same thing?
A labyrinth is more evil. A maze is for fun. A labyrinth is unwilling.
Can we put David Bowie in the...
A maze is for fun. A labyrinth is for riches.
Wait, can we put David Bowie in the labyrinth?
Why would you put David Bowie in an anime?
No, because Labyrinth. You haven't seen the movie Labyrinth?
Ha ha! Really good joke.
I know, right? I'm sorry.
It's monsters versus aliens.
Oh yeah, it's Monsters vs. Alien. It's the movie Labyrinth. Yeah.
Like David Bowie is like the leader of the society because, come on now, we could use more David Bowie.
You guys got any?
Nah.
About like any anime to like new anime.
I just don't think there's enough options, you know?
Enough options?
In Build-a-Baka submissions.
What about the one...
I mean, we could just keep going through these. We don't have to do all of them ever, but like...
Yeah.
Alright, fine. Let's do this.
An
An anime where God is scientifically proven to be real, but he can't see inside planes.
Didn't we already do this?
That's a good one.
I don't know if we already did this
That's
one.
a good... What about an anime, the one I wrote, what about an anime about a tree and tries to find out what morning wood?
No, I don't think we did this one. Let's do the plain one.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, planes become this hell zone
What?
where people just only commit crimes within planes.
What? People don't commit crimes? Impossible.
In planes? No. People, like, murder people in planes. But, like, well, there has to be some reason that, like, people would still go on planes. Because, obviously, if, like, people are exclusively gonna get to do this bad shit on planes, like, so they don't get, like, judgment and shit, then they're probably gonna want to avoid planes. You know?
Yeah, you're just gonna die.
Everybody is they only fap in planes.
They only... I think
Yeah, there's
more
so
than
much.
that.
There's like you can't walk anywhere. It's just everywhere. It's like
Well, like, God can see everywhere, but he can't see inside of planes.
Yeah.
So all of the sinful shit is done inside of planes. So why would people still take planes if they
Dude.
know that?
you know you realize how gay planes would be in that fucking universe. You do realize?
No,
that,
look.
right?
No, there would be murder inside of planes,
Yeah,
is what I'm
that
getting
too.
at. There
That
are sins
too.
worse than homosexuality. In fact, I'm pretty sure homosexuality isn't actually anywhere in the Bible.
It is in the Old Testament.
Well,
Pretty
okay,
much.
but what I'm
I'm
saying
pretty
is,
sure.
people are gonna do some nasty shit, like murder,
Yeah.
and thievery, and, like, all sorts of shit in that
Okay.
plane. So why are people still gonna use planes?
Yeah. Okay.
If they
fine.
know that
Like-
bad shit's gonna go on in planes. We need some sort of incentivization for people to still go on planes.
To travel.
Free peanut!
Okay, like, I was kind of
If
thinking.
you risk... Hey! freaking... If you get enough flyers miles, you get to go on another plane. No.
Yeah, but like, okay, I was thinking like you take the same concept, right? But you replace planes with bouncy castles.
Why bouncy castles?
Because then there'd be like cool fight scenes with like bouncing, trying to stab each other. It's like really hard.
Actually, you are totally correct. Ditching the plane idea, we're going with bouncy castles.
Yeah. So like God can't see inside bouncy castles, so there's a lot of fucking will happen in the bouncy castles too, I think.
And then a kid comes along and it's like, it's my birthday!
Yeah.
I just want to have fun!
Fucking,
But now I'm about to be stabbed!
Fucking rapists.
And then the kid stabs the adult. Got him, bitch! I was 18 this whole time.
Yeah.
And then he walks. And then cool guys don't look at
I'm
bouncy
fine.
castles.
Yeah. It's like a lot of masturbation.
And then
and jumping.
and then yeah, and then the other guy who was in there with him masturbates to the corpse. Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Got him.
We did it! We created the perfect anime.
Perfect anime.
We say that every time, but this time it was trash.
But this time it was actually true.
Everyone knows something.
All right.
Oh, is it?
Like 2 more? You guys want to do like 2 more?
Yeah, let's do 2 more.
Every city has a curse placed on it.
Okay.
Like, so for example, one curse might be, you can't ask a question you already know the answer to, or else you pass out right then and there.
Yeah.
Or maybe you can't let your shoes ever come untied, or else you lose a finger, or something like that. Something
Or
dumb.
you can't watch the.
Some curses are better than others. Like, for example, you can't use the name Steve, so you just have to call them by their middle name.
You're never allowed to finish one like episode of any TV show, but like if you do, your knees get reversed.
But you have to. So you have to watch more than one.
No, you have to. You have to stop before it's over. Like you have to stop before the air time. Like that TV block is over.
What if you pause?
No, you can't pause.
And then like come back a little bit later and then finish it?
No,
can you do that?
No, I don't think you can do that. Because like if you ever consume a complete.
If you ever consume, so does that lead people to just like start airing shit with like cutoff prevention at the end, so people can skip it?
Maybe I guess they would just air it like cutting out the credits.
35-minute time blocks. God.
Every time you come, it turns into confetti.
Confetti.
Confetti. It'd be so frustrating. Like you're reading a book and like, I can't read the last page because then my knees will get reversed.
Okay, so what's the main curse of the main city that this is going to take place in? I think it's the question one. You can't ask a question you already know the answer to.
Yeah.
I think it should be about just going to all the cities and finding the one that's the least bad.
Yeah.
What if it's like a futuristic world, or no, it's a fantasy world. It's a fantasy world, and this evil warlock puts a curse on every single city, every single town, every single village, and then the party of heroes has to go to every single town and find the one where the warlock is located at, and stop the curses.
Yeah. It would be like, that would be kind of interesting, because it would be kind of like, I think it would be episodic. That is like every episode is a new city, so it's kind of like Kino's Journey in that way. That it's like a new city with weird rules.
Yeah.
I need to watch.
Yeah, every city.
If you lose a staring contest, you become an eel.
No.
If you spill your ice cream, you become an eel.
If
They're neighboring cities, so their curses are kind of similar. So.
And everything is decided by staring contest.
What about this? What about this one?
No staring contest, no life.
Yeah. What about this one? If you ever when you're walking upstairs, if you ever skip a stair, Lego will materialize.
Oh my god, yes.
If you skip a stair,
A Lego will magically appear beneath your feet.
Yes. Yes. So you have to make sure you walk on every fucking step, or else Lego will material, and you can't stop yourself from.
If you ever sneeze during a play, then your head just feels like concrete and it falls to the floor.
Yeah.
You're still conscious and you're not hurt, but
if you ever,
your head's heavy.
If you ever drop something, it disappears.
If you drop something, it disappears. That's great.
Yeah.
If you dump someone, the entire city cracks open and falls into hell.
If you dump someone, the entire city knows. Let's go with that.
Yeah. Like, hey,
Let's go with silly little curses.
Yeah.
Silly little fun curses.
If you ever play the wrong note on a piano, your mother gets a stroke.
Step on a crack, you break your mother's back.
Literally.
Hold on, let
Play
me get...
a wrong note, she has a stroke.
Yeah, play the wrong note, she has a stroke. What a harsh rule. No one will be a musician. No one would dare, unless they don't have a mother. It's like some curses, if you sneeze confetti, and some if you play the wrong note, your mother fucking gets brain cancer. It's really sad. Why is everyone quiet?
The laws of your country no longer apply to you, but anyone with a criminal record will have an instinctual hatred of you. Will you press the button? Sorry, just the way we were doing this reminded me of Will You Press the Button, so I pulled up Will You Press the Button.
Yeah.
I will not press that button. That one's exactly 50-50, believe it or not.
No.
You become the most talented musician of your generation, but you have stage fright and can't perform or record for anyone. Yeah, that's a fun little thing. Alright, I'm done playing. Will you press the button? So, how do they resolve the curse? Where is the guy located and how do they resolve the curse?
Maybe just the warlock has a minion for every town, and if you somehow trick him to curse himself, then it goes away.
Oh, you have to trick the
minion man.
The curse master of each town. You have to trick them into cursing themselves, into doing the thing that triggers the curse.
Yeah. So you're hey.
So there's lots of trickery and mischief going on. So what if you have to trick the curse master of...
I can only think of one.
Your town. You have to trick the curse master of one town into asking a question he already knows the answer to, and then the curse for that town is dispelled. So the party has to trick him into asking, where did you get that from, multiple times.
I already know a trick. For the dumping one. So in the dumping one, he has a girlfriend, and in the party without him knowing, kidnaps his girlfriend and dresses up as her and acting like a total fucking bitch. So he can't stand her anymore. It's this doesn't work out anymore. And then he dumps her, and everyone knows, and the curse lifts.
Everyone knows that you dumped her, including her.
Yeah. What?
And then she just walks up to him and smacks him up, and he says, "I can't believe you dumped me, without even me knowing."
Yeah.
God, what an asshole. And then, so what's the curse of the town that the warlock is based in? You have to trick him into breaking... What if his curse is, actually death?
Yeah, so you die if you do it. Okay, well, what is?
If you step... If you step on the same brick tile twice in a row, you die.
What if you if you eat an avocado?
So if you trip on it and you bounce and then you catch your balance and then you step on it again by doing that, then you die.
Let's have something really funny and stupid. What if you
If you ever choke on the spoon of your root beer foot, you die. I feel like you'd just die anyway. What
if you murder someone, you gain an extra limb?
Yeah.
That's not a curse, that's a blessing.
Yeah.
If you gain an extra limb, you murder someone.
Yeah. How would you get an extra limb?
I don't know.
Magic.
God.
Magic.
God.
Oh yeah. Oh, what if you
No,
ever? I have an idea. If you ever get an erection, you die, and the entire final episode is about trying to turn the wizard and warlock on.
If you get an erection, you go blind for an hour.
Why an hour? Why not just go blind?
But yeah, and then the final.
No, I don't want it to be too punishing.
If you get an erection, you go blind for an hour. If you get a distraction, you get... Fuck.
But yeah, then the final episode is all about...
If you get an erection, you go blind for an hour. If you get an erection, you lose all your magic power.
Stop.
If he gets an erection, he goes blind and loses his magical powers.
He fucking dies. But the final episode is all about trying to get the wizard aroused. Or the warlock. And he's like, I have very specific fetishes you'll never find out.
Yeah, they have to guess his fucking fetish.
Yeah, it sounds like something really weird.
That's mildly arousing, but I'm not full on yet.
And it's like something
That's mildly arousing, but I'm only at calf chub.
And they're like they find it by complete accident because it's nothing you would ever imagine. Like something's like avocados or something really weird.
What if it's fucking boomboxes?
Yeah.
What if his fetish is boomboxes? He just loves fucking a boombox.
Yeah.
He likes to boom in that box.
Yeah, boom, boom, boom. This is a complete anime. We should pick.
I call this my bang box.
Dude,
It's not a
this
boom box, it's a bang box, because I bang it every day.
Dude, this is a fucking complete show. We should send this to like Studio A1.
Yeah, just send it to fucking, like, Trigger. They'll do it.
Yeah.
Trigger, we got a new job for you. Hey, KyoAni, we got a new job.
Hey, Ghibli, start up your shit again.
Hey, Ghibli! Hey, yo, Ghibli, get over here!
Show me your Ghiblis.
Yeah. Oh, what's
All
the
right.
name now? What's the name, Max? What's the name?
Oh, yeah,
of
we've
this?
been forgetting... Oh, what's the name of this one? Probably something really literal.
What a curse.
Like, I'm trying to come up with a...
that one fucking warlock.
What's the warlock's name?
Malsar.
Falsar?
It's like... what his name is like...
Falsar's Curse.
His name is Toblerone.
Toblerone Macaroni's Curse.
Toblerone.
I like Falsar. That's a good warlock name. Falsar's Curse.
Curse, Daddy.
I think it's Falsar's Curse.
Balsar's curse. Yeah.
All right.
What about the bouncy castle one?
Hmm.
What's that one called?
I can't believe I got stabbed in a bouncy castle.
Bouncy castles.
Eden's Garden.
Yeah.
Eden's bouncy castle.
Well, it's called.
Well, what if?
It's called Sweaty.
What?
Rubber.
Okay. What if the bouncy castle like rental place is named Eden's Garden?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, we've
And we-
come full circle.
Garden of Eden. Garden of Eden. I just
Yeah.
realized it's not Eden's Garden. It's the Garden of Eden.
Eden's garden.
My bad. What if it's just literally called Satan Castle?
Well, no, you call it Sweaty Rubber.
Sweaty rubber.
Yes.
That's even funnier in Australia.
Sweaty Rubber.
Oh my god. Yeah. One more?
Yeah, I guess. We've been going for like almost 2.5 hours.
Yeah. I knew this episode was going to be longer. That's okay. IKEA is a world-dominating superpower.
How did that happen, though? How did
No.
how did they...
It's like Steins Gate with CERN, but instead of CERN, it's IKEA.
Now,
Like, wait, what did I have
Yeah.
to gain?
babies.
IKEA is a world-dominating superpower. They're like a world-owning organization, you know?
Oh, okay, so they own the world.
Yeah.
They basically run the world. It's like a dystopia
So,
run by IKEA.
Absolutely everything in the world is way too complicated and difficult to build.
They sell like all the materials to build like a giant building, but you have to put it together with no instructions.
Exactly.
And
everything has a really dumb sounding name.
Yeah.
Japan? I think you mean Schwefelstaufen.
Miss Winterswarden. Hey, that's offensive, Max. You can't say that.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to insult cats. Probably.
Yeah.
That's probably the word for cats.
How can you?
I don't know Swedish. You know Swedish.
I know Swedish. And the word for cat is
Neko.
nekololly.
That's Japanese.
That's the word for cat.
Is it?
Yeah.
For cat. Rated C for cat.
Rated K for
What?
cat.
How did IKEA come to power? Like, how the fuck did this shit happen?
Something, maybe they could, like, you have to assemble, like, maybe something with furniture.
Maybe instead of assembling furniture, they decided to
Sentient furniture.
and they instead of assembling furniture, they assembled furniture into an army.
Yeah.
furniture. And now they're gonna dominate the world with their furniture army.
Yeah, definitely.
But of course, no one knows how to put the furniture together. Because no instructions. And so one day, they flip the switch, and all the IKEA furniture in the world becomes sentient and eats the owners. And they're dead. Got him.
Yeah, got it.
And then the meat of the owners gets turned into meatballs at the IKEA place.
Jesus Christ, man.
I think this is just like Sin, the show.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, so's IKEA.
Keep going.
So the furniture eats the owners and turns them into meatballs. I never thought I would say that in my life. But here I am today, saying that. From my mouth hole.
Yeah,
Willingly. Like, I chose to say that. Like, of all the sentences I could have said, I said, quote, and then the furniture eats its owners and turns them into meatballs, end quote.
Yeah.
That's what I chose to do with my day.
I'm so confused. Like, why would IKEA even want to take over the world? Or what do they have to do?
Because they're IKEA.
Yeah.
What? Well, maybe their furniture sales are falling, so they need to up their furniture sales by literally taking over the world and making other furniture companies illegal. What?
Yeah, that makes sense. It's reasonable.
Yeah. Fucking millennials aren't buying furniture anymore. Millennials have stopped purchasing all things.
Yeah.
Millennials are the reason the furniture and food markets are failing.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, sure, definitely. That's definitely what happened.
Millennials are the reason that no one's eating food anymore. No one! Food is gone.
Yeah, there's no food.
There's no food sales anymore. No one's buying food. Because they can't eat anymore.
Isn't it fun to blame everything on one generation? Isn't that fun?
Dude. Yeah, obviously the greatest generation is the cause of all of our problems.
Yeah, obviously it makes perfect sense to blame a single generation for all the problems. Come on.
Obviously the lost generation is the root of all problems, and we should just kill all of them.
Yeah, obviously Generation C is the worst one. Everyone from that.
Obviously Generation Pokemon X, Y, and Z is the cause of all of our problems.
Obviously Generation... my generation...
Obviously the Carrot generation is the worst.
Yeah.
Obviously Gen 4 of My Little Pony is the worst.
Obviously,
yeah.
That's trash.
Obviously Gen 3 of My Little Pony is the worst.
Obviously
Yeah,
Generator Rex is the worst.
Obviously Generation, the letter after Z, is the worst generation.
And
obviously Generation period is the last.
Generation ampersand.
Obviously the song My Generation by The Who is the worst.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously Random Minecraft generation is the worst.
Obviously
right.
Random Number Generation is the worst. Man, this is my favorite segment.
This is my least favorite.
We call this We call this the generation that's the worst.
Yeah.
I think it's our generation because we made this.
Yeah,
We single-handedly are why our generation is the worst generation. Let's go ahead and wrap it up with a wild card segment. Do you have the D8 or D6?
I have a D6, 8.
D6, actually.
I have a D.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I have a D2.
Much ado over nothing. We have to get into a satirical argument over something stupid we talked about during this show.
Fuck. This generation is the worst generation.
Satirical
I'll have you
argument?
know that this generation invented anime.
Yeah, sure it did. My generation is the best one because I was born in it.
Yeah, so like, fuck millennials though. Millennials are the worst.
Yeah,
Millennials
obviously.
are the worst. I'm not even a millennial, so I can say that.
Yeah, millennials are the worst. They with their fucking arms. Fucking hate them.
Fucking hate ARMS. I hate ARMS. What a bad video game.
Yeah.
Splatoon 2 is clearly better.
Yeah,
than
obviously. Arms is the worst. It's just, what is it?
And their legs, God, I hate legs too.
Oh my fucking god,
Freaking legs, man.
And I hate
Don't even get me started on legs.
fucking. I was gonna say.
I hate
something.
fucking.
I was gonna
Fucking
say
sucks, dude.
I was gonna say juice, but it might have ruined.
That's not a generation.
Yeah,
That's a religion.
No, it's not. They're a group of people, and I hate them. I don't actually hate
Oh,
them. I don't
wow.
actually. No, I don't
Millennials
actually.
hate fucking.
They do.
Millennials hate millennials.
They do.
And all other people.
Yeah.
Everybody hates themselves and wants to kill themselves.
I hate
Millennials have the least desire for life. This isn't even anime related, and that's what I love about this.
Yeah, I hate green hedgehogs.
What?
I hate green hedgehogs. Fucking.
So does Sega, apparently.
Yeah.
I hate Sonic characters, but I love Sonic.
Oh, I love Sonic. Oh,
I hate the actual Sonic characters, but man, those OCs, they're just so good.
Oh my god, Dark
so
Storm.
original.
Dark Storm is my favorite Sonic.
Darkstorm?
Yeah. It's
My
like-
favorite Sonic character is Mike, the Mike. Mike, the person.
It's just Mike. He's just
Mike,
a guy.
the camera guy.
It's just like that.
Mike the microphone.
Mike, the camera guy. In Sonic.
I like Black Bear.
I think that's probably... Hold on.
Black Dick.
Alright, that's gonna do it for Baka Baka.
Bye.
As always, follow us on Twitter at Baka Baka Podcast. Send in submissions
Or
for Build-a-Baka. And
Follow-
other possible segments that you'd
Yeah.
like to see. Any suggestions?
Or don't.
I hope you
Or
enjoyed.
don't.
I hope you enjoyed me taking over for the third person in this podcast. Hopefully, you did a good job.
Yeah, I think it would be best if you just did this whole podcast by yourself from now on.
Okay, I'll do it.
No, I was talking to...
Yeah, but no
yeah,
me.
I'm taking over the podcast, guys. And I'm the
Oh,
new,
damn.
I'm the new.
Oh, you're the new IKEA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna release sentient furniture upon us?
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna take my share, and I'm gonna say, hey, dude, can you stop fucking around?
How's it going, dude?
Can you please make my table fuck me on the
Staying
table?
away from the anime? How's it going, dude? Staying away from the anime?
I kind of want to go down. I
How's it going,
kind of want to go down on my stairs
Alright.
in
Yeah.
every way.
As always, I've been Max.
I've been.
Great.
I've
Thank you for
been
listening to Baka
Swestar. Bye.
Oh, now you were saying.
My parents came into my room like just after you said that.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
This is the end of the episode.
Hey, this is Max. I'm currently wrapping up on editing this episode, which is good because it's only been a few days since we recorded, like last weekend. And I have a quick little announcement before I let you guys go. This series, this podcast, we'll be trying to get an episode out the first of every month, starting from May 1st, which is when this episode goes up, until hopefully the end of all time, or until one of us dies or something. Or, I don't know. As long as we end up doing this podcast, we'll try to keep going the first of every month. So, remember, follow us on Twitter at Baka Baka Podcast. Give suggestions. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. See ya!